He sends the ball forward. The pass doesn't quite make it. Will he go it alone?
Greetings, Yack watchers. We are indeed back for the second half of Harry Yack Does FA Cup. Third round day. Live. The game is International Superstar Soccer 64. The goal is to win the International Cup. Will we have enough time? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I do know that we have the comments working after a fashion. Because, yes indeed, I've just double checked and we have live event chat. It's not the same as usual chat, but it's chat, and chat's chat. Oh, by the way, say whatever you like, because after this video, all the comments are white. If you say something naughty, don't worry, I won't read it out. You can feel free to post illicit dealings and things there, because they'll be gone after this stream. However, viewer beware that the police watch this stream after certain incidents in previous shows. But anyway, that's all irrelevant. Welcome back, and welcome to South Korea Does the International Cup. Live. Once again, let's just double check that we are running on a level 5. Yes. Just need to do that in case there are the hardcore people out there. Once again, the International Cup. I do believe that there are there 8 games? There might be 10. But it's single figures, I believe, the amount of games that you have to win the International Cup. Hence, I'm not sure we'll do that today. But let's just not use the save data there, just for the heck of it. Just so you know I'm not cheating and using 99 players. You can make custom players and assign them to the team. I'm not doing that, though, because I'm not dishonest. And the first team we're up against is Turkey! Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun here, ladies and gentlemen, hearing this commentator get very excited over Turkey's team name. And, oh, we're actually in quite good condition for this. I have a great feeling that we're going to do this. Mostly because I've had a practice now. I know what I'm doing. 4-3-3, thank you. We've beaten England 3-1. So, this should be cheese pudding by comparison. And I don't know what on earth that means. Oh dear, Harry Yack, you're just making stuff up now, aren't you? Shall we do a toss? Oh, let's give a toss and do the toss. I usually just skip past this bit. But for the sake of you people out there in Harry Yack Live land, you want to see this, don't you? You want to see every facet of the game, every facet of the Republic of Korea winning the International Cup. Ooh, heads or tails? Which one's heads? I don't know. Must have tails. I believe that's tails. Not Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog, of course. If you remember in part 1, we were talking about Sonic the cartoon and Sonic the Hedgehog the comic, which we may well go into once again in this part, but oh no, not this again. Hold on, everybody, just stop still while I set the camera. Imagine if this happened in real football. Hold on, guys, we've not set up the camera properly. The Sky Sports dude just came in and said, "Oh, we'll have to stop. Whoa, we've got to get our camera sorted." Whoa. I do remember reading that in the early days of Match of the Day, when they used to broadcast the games live, they yes, they used to stop play while they went off for a break. A little bit later on, they scheduled it for when there was a throw-in or after a goal went in, so they'd have 30 seconds to show a break. And this was very, very short-lived, as you might be able to guess, because it's very, very impractical and annoying for the people actually at the game. I mean, I get frustrated when there's a delay in football games, even when it's a good reason, like one of the players' legs is broken. But yes, well done, South Korea. Oh, you are now leading against Turkey, which the commentator... Look, once again, he's heading backwards. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do post comments this time, if indeed you are allowed to. I know it's a Saturday afternoon, and you're possibly all at work. Ooh, nasty. But who cares? Tell your boss, oh, this is work stuff. Yeah. Oh, come on, that was a terrible free kick. This is work stuff. I mean, I'm learning about football. And how to, yes, I'll show you how to win at this game, then it'll be more productive, and you'll be able to fool your boss into thinking that this is something that you should be watching while you're at work. Incidentally, if you are at work watching this, please let me know. And I can say hi to boss. Right, through ball. Oh, that was lovely. Here we go! Surely a foul. Anybody helping me? No. Right. I'm going to explain to you the various different ways that you can score a goal in this part, because I never did it in the first. I only showed you one way to do it. So hopefully, I'll demonstrate, oh, I didn't move in time there, I shall demonstrate the various other ways that you can score. Now, once again, I'll repeat that South Korea aren't very good, so there are only a limited amount of ways that you can score with them. Ooh, that was a bad foul. However, if you're playing as Brazil, then there's far more. I'll just show you the ones that I can. You only really need one tactic to score every time. I'll probably do a proper full-on guide for this game. Oh, what brilliant anticipation. I'll probably do a full-on guide, video guide for this game. How to do everything in ISS64. But in the meantime, please use this as a stand-in guide. Now, I believe some of you out there may be listening or watching the football at the same time as you have this stream going in the background. So please do let me know how your team is doing on this FA Cup third round. Oh, luckily he was offside. And the ball just stopped in the sand there on the goalkeeper's line. Must be quite wet out there. Must be a winter's day. It's just like here in the UK. It's not really cold, but just very wet, that's all. And the reason I'm actually streaming this afternoon is because my team, Wigan Athletic, suck, and they're not in the third round of this FA Cup. Oh, I've done quite a few bad fouls here. Strange he didn't get booked for that. But this affords me the opportunity, a rare opportunity, to stream on a Saturday afternoon. I'm usually doing other weird football-related stuff on a Saturday, which is why I've been largely absent from this particular channel for the last 3 months. I have been around. If you know where to look, I've been there, and I've been possibly doing more stuff than ever before, more productive than ever. But it's just not on this channel is the thing. Mostly on the Retro and Limb live channels, which are filled with various different live streams that I've been planning and broadcasting. So please do watch them if you feel so inclined. I know many of you don't, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not here to tell you what to do and what not to do. I don't think anybody in the internet, well, nobody out there in this world should have the authority to tell you what to do. I'm turning all Benway here, aren't I? Steve Benway, you should do this, you should do that. No, you shouldn't. You should do what you believe is right. Oh, it's getting very philosophical, this, isn't it? Now, corner. Let's see here. The old tactic. It did not work. Ooh, I had a flashback to the other game there where I got my dude sent off for accidentally pushing the goalkeeper over. That's never happened to me, actually. I believe that's the first time I accidentally pushed the goalkeeper over and got done for it. In fact, the game had to be ended. Ugh. Anyway, enough flashbacks. Enough Atari flashbacks. I believe they did some other flashbacks as well. Maybe the ColecoVision flashback. But enough about that. What was the point of that little passing movement? Who do you think you are, Roberto Martinez? Hey, 1 year later, I'm still doing the Martinez jokes. Yes, brilliant. Now, in the first part, in the first half, I should say, I talked a little bit about AGDQ, and hopefully there are a few more watchers out there right now. Awesome games done quick, that is, which is, if you don't know what it is, it's a series of live streams, a continuous live stream of hundreds, well, maybe about 150 to 200 games, classic games, done fast for charity, hence awesome games done quick. The current charity for this particular AGDQ is the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Last year they raised over $1 million, and I'm becoming something of a fan of AGDQ. It's like the football version of YouTube, really, the football version of video game live streaming, because there's 40 or 50 people there watching and cheering along. I hope they do one of these here in the UK, because I've got really addicted to them, and I want to go and watch one live. I want to go and see some of these speedrunners live. So please, AGDQ, bring your event here to the United Kingdom, and I'll go down and cover it for you. In fact, actually, if you want me to, I'll play ISS64. I'll do a showcase run if you want me to. Actually, guys, should I submit that? An ISS64 7-man challenge for AGDQ 2017. That's never going to happen, is it? I suck. Right, let's check the comments. Let's check the comments, sorry. We have had none, although I am pleased to say they are working, because I've entered one. Well, hey! For you people out there who are interested in doing your own streams, if you stream through YouTube events, which is on the custom dashboard thingy, then you'll be able to get past the problem of no comments to a certain extent. Well, hey, this is fun. Oh, I thought he was going to score there. So yeah, if you go through events, but don't use YouTube streaming, use Google Hangouts on air, choose the quick option, and you'll be able to broadcast in much the same way as you used to be able to, except you'll actually be able to have comments there. And I've learned something. We've all learned something. Whoever said this stream was not educational? Well, me. Now, these defenders are a bit bumbling idiot-ish. Oh. Hey, boss, did I do it right? Hey! No, you didn't. But you never know with the International Cup. Some of the players may be fatigued. So you may come up against Brazil, for example. Although I believe you can't come up against someone like Brazil until the final, unless you're actually picking Argentina or somebody like that, because there's regional group stages. But anyhow, I've forgotten what I was talking about. It matters little because we're just about to score again here. Oh, that was an awful foul. AGDQ I was talking about, wasn't I? AGDQ 2016. I've watched the Super Mario Kart speedrun. I've got to say, what's his name? KVD is the guy. He's my favourite Super Mario Kart speedrunner. That was an awful strike. And he was there, which I was chuffed about. I really should have donated, shouldn't I, during his run. And also something that they're doing this year they've never done before is Age of Empires. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I like that game so much. I think it was because when I got the Windows 98 PC that I had in about 2000, it came pre-installed as a demo, and I used to play that for hours on end because I was a kid, and we just played any games that were there. Oh, here we go. Whereas now, we tend to be a lot more snobbish and selective about which games that we play. Or at least I tend to do. I don't know if that's the same case with you. Right, so how many viewers do we have? Let's have a look. How many people saw that second goal? One. Hello to the one person watching out there. We still have the Twitter page up. So if you want to tweet me at Yack, you can still do that. But I recommend that you use the comments. Talk to me about anything. This is not really about football. I'm just doing this. I had no plan to do this. I just decided to do it on a whim because I have a day off. This is actually my penultimate day off before I'm back to work because I had 2 weeks off starting from Christmas. And well, Friday was basically my last proper day off, although I ended up doing flipping work last week. Anyway, the point is, it's the end of Christmas and the start of a new year on the Yack channel. Maybe I will get more chance to do streams on a whim like this, just like the olden days. I miss those days. They're a bit idiotic, those defenders, because you can just turn and lose them simply. In particular, Turkey, because they're pretty poor in general. Well, no, goalkeeper. Yes. When the goalkeeper picks the ball up from your feet, he always knocks you over. And I always think, oh, it's a foul. That used to wind me up. But you've got to get used to the mechanics of the game, kid. What an idiotic defender. Good job we've got all these dudes around here. So we can have another shot. Sometimes it's worth just having a pot shot like that because the keeper will rebound it. Depending on how good he is, he'll parry it and you'll be able to get the rebound and score easily. That's probably the second way that you can score in this game. It's not really as reliable as the rounding the goalkeeper technique, the drawing the goalkeeper technique. An excellent challenge that was there. Retro and Lim, hi! Oh my God! The comments work! Yes! It's amazing, isn't it? Eastleigh 1, Bolton 0? Cripes! Well, unfortunately, I have no access to the football scores. So please do keep me updated on that. That's very, very interesting. Come on, Eastleigh, come on. Hi, Retro and Lim. How are you? Have you just got up? Well, it's a Saturday afternoon. And yes, this was done on a whim, this stream. Just like that. I never planned it, which is why I never told anybody about it, which is probably bad form. But as I say, I enjoy these streams more because there's no pressure. Oh! Hopefully he's not going to get sent off for that. That's not a straight red, is it? Oh, this is going to be nervy. Yeah, so yes, the reason the chat works is because I've started this stream via my own dashboard rather than the old regular Google Hangouts. And that player just disappeared into thin air. Now, we've had a dude sent off. This is going to be interesting. Let's just stick him up there up front. I think we should still win because, look, we've still got 10 men. That's never happened, actually. I've had 2 sendings off in 3 games. Usually I never have any. That player's called Fatty. Fatty! Reminds me of one of my favourite football player names, Fatty Techie. I remember Wigan Athletic were supposed to sign him for a while. I think he is Turkish, actually. Relevant. We're coming towards the end of this game. I think we should still win. Unless I lose my concentration all of a sudden. But he'll just blast this into the wall. Oh no, you didn't need to save that. It was going wide. Let's just get a replay on that and check to see if this was going wide. Now, let's have a look. Yes, what a flipping fool you are, goalkeeper. What can Turkey make from this move? Probably nothing. Or hopefully nothing. Hold your breath! Yes, excellent. Right. So, Retro and Lim is telling us some of the scores here. It's currently Arsenal 1, Sunderland 1. Ooh, interesting. Sunderland aren't doing that great this season in the Prem. And Eastleigh's goal was an own goal. Is that on TV, that one? Let's do a bit of illegal stream/commentarying, shall we? We'll get that piped through and do a commentary of that match, rather than this boring video game nonsense. Of course, this does not exist in real life, but that is a question of perception and very philosophical and not something for this live stream, although as you can see, I'm just skipping around those daisies, aka those Turkey defenders, as if they weren't there. Oh, Turkey defenders! Are they like Turkey jetters? I used to really love those as a kid. I remember, that should be the name of the stream. I remember, what's his name? That TV chef, Jamie Oliver. He started that campaign against Turkey jetters and Turkey Twizzlers, but I actually ate them and found they were okay. They weren't that bad. I mean, I have been brought up on sweepings up off the floor, aka fish fingers. So, Retro and Lim says he's watching Sky. Soccer Saturday. Well done, South Korea. You win the first game in this tournament. There are many, many more to go. Oh, I think I'm going to die before I get to the end of this. But let's see how far we can get. It is a Saturday afternoon. No, we don't need to save. Continue. I wonder what that is there. Well, we've already won 3 games. Maybe I already attempted something and recorded it, but it failed. Maybe that's what that 10 hours of footage was. Okay, so Japan, we should beat these dudes. And recently I've picked up a few Japanese words.
Welcome to this live broadcast. This is glorious football weather.
Excuse me.
South Korea versus
Oh,
Japan.
hold on. I'll let you watch the toss. Doo-doo! Republic of Korea versus Japan. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Why does it always let me decide the coin toss? Oh, that's very, very N64, that, isn't it? Who won? I don't know. Oh, does this matter? Usually I just skip this nonsense. It doesn't matter. So I've picked up a few Japanese words, and I may use them throughout this broadcast. Don't ask where I picked them up from. It was teletext. Anyway, concentrate. No!
He's hit it with his left foot. What a fantastic start to the game. Japan are on the score sheet.
One of the most dangerous times of the game is when they kick off. See, what happened there is they just ran straight forward and scored because I wasn't concentrating. So that's one particular part of the game where you should pay particular attention. So that's a tip for all you budding ISS64 dudes out there in the live stream land. Oh, sorry, Arnold just came in for a second there. Draw that defender, and it's a goal. Yes.
He finished that beautifully. Let's even the score.
I love that commentator. I love him with all my heart. I wouldn't want to get married to him, though. I wonder if he's dead now. I hope not. I'd like to get him to voice my own football game, which is currently in development. It's called Yacks Can't Play Football, and it's about Yacks trying to play football but failing. In real life, I haven't actually played football for years. When I was 12, I played for a Sunday League team. And oh, the stories that I can tell you about that. He's pretty good, this Hashimoto bloke. Get him. Oh, no! That goalkeeper accidentally cleared the ball. Well, I accidentally cleared it. So the stories that I can tell you from my time as a Sunday League footballer, as a 12-year-old. Once, one of our games made the local newspaper, a very, very small section of it. I remember reading about a month after this incident. My mum said, "Hey, look, our game is in the paper." "Oh, your game is in the paper." Really? I didn't really care. But it's one thing that stuck in my mind. But what happened was, we were playing the game. It was just some really muddy field somewhere. Horrible afternoon. That's generally what Sunday League's about, isn't it? It's about the love of the game. Hold on, let's score here. Come on. Yeah, so one of those typical horrible Sunday afternoons. None of the parents really want to be there, but we're enjoying the game, which is usual. And all of a sudden, an irate parent runs onto the pitch and starts assaulting the referee. I remember thinking it was quite funny, although violence is never funny, children. So yes, please don't beat up referees. I don't condone violence at football games or against referees, but it is funny. I have to say, it was funny. Anyway, so one of the busybody mothers decided, "Oh, we'll get this in the local newspaper. We need to make an example of this bloke. He shouldn't be hanging around football pitches on Sunday evenings. Mornings, rather." So yes, 2 months later, it appeared in the Wigan Reporter, which is a horrible... Oh, sorry, it's okay. I mean, it's a free newspaper, so read into that what you will. It's not horrible. But I don't actually get it. I have to pay for it. I have to go to the supermarket and pay for it. Allegedly, it's a free newspaper. Advertisement funded. 75% of it is adverts. But anyway, yeah. So that was the time that I appeared, or at least my team, or at least some guy who attacked the referee in my Sunday League team game, appeared in the newspaper. I've been in the newspaper a few times since then. Particularly that time when I attempted to play football as a Yack and just flattened everybody. They will practice cow tipping in the middle of games, won't they? Swines. Or rather, bovines. Come on. Real. Japan are slightly better than Turkey, I should say. So, even though I'm commentating over this, I'm still hopeful of winning. I used to think, took it too far there. I used to think that the International Cup was slightly easier in terms of the individual games than the World League, and I probably still believe that. To actually win the World League, it's... Oh, man, you've got to win about 80 games, honestly. So I have done that, but it is one of those things that you need to split up over the course of, say, 2 or 3 years. I've done a video on that, actually, where I play the final game in the World League and show you what happens. Oh, it was pointless diving for that goalkeeper. I think he just did it for the cameras to look good. Nakagawa! Wait a minute, I've not said any of my Japanese words yet. Well, let's see. Arigato! That means thank you. And more Japanese words coming up soon. Oh, look at this. Wonderful goal. Arigato for that. He really enjoyed that goal, didn't he? And I hope you did too. Let's see, how many people watching now? Let's have a look.
And the game restarts.
2 people. Hello to the 2 people watching this, which is probably Retro and Lim and me. But just let me concentrate here. Stop this bloke from scoring again. It's all right. It nearly wasn't. If you can get to the ball before the other dude gets to it, in terms of rebounds, then fine, usually. But yeah. Oh, that was awful. Yeah. So yeah, the stories that I could tell you of my time as a Sunday League footballer are, well, you can count them on one hand, really, now I come to think of it. But let's put it this way. I wasn't the best-natured footballer. I was more of a in-your-face, sort of slap-you-in-the-face central defender, I guess. Yeah. Because I was quite large as a kid, they just shoved me at central defence. I always wanted to be a midfielder or an attacker. Not John Attacker, the ex-Portsmouth footballer, but a football attacker. And in a couple of games, they indulged me. In fact, in one game, I played as the goalkeeper. I let 3 goals in the half, and they said, right, that's it, we're going to put the other bloke in net. Just, you know, for a bit of variety. You've got to try out different positions, haven't you? Trying out new positions with Harry Yack Live, FA Cup, 3rd round day. Dun-dun-dun. Oh, I'm hearing news that Wayne Rooney has eaten 10 cakes at the buffet. That's live on Harry Yack Live. This is so much better than Sky Sports News, isn't it? Isn't it? Here's a chance. Well, I thought there would be some more defenders, but they never came. So I should have shot. And I apologise if I keep saying but it's because I'm not concentrating properly. I'll set myself a challenge, which is slightly more easy than the 7-man challenge, to never say again in the whole of this stream. And you can quote me on that. Right, here we go. Here's a good chance. It's happened again, George. It's happened again. Right. Bear with me 1 second. I'll be back. I'll be back. Oh. Are you enjoying this karaoke? Yeah, I knew you were. Right, another half of football is still to go in Republic of Korea's 2nd game of the International League. It's a long, long road. We've only just started it, but I'm hopeful that we can do this. And you'll already notice that some of our dudes are getting quite tired. Now, I'm not going to do it right now, but remind me later, if anybody is indeed watching this, to bring the goalkeeper on and put him up front, because it's a sight to behold. And actually, that'll be a donation incentive. If you donate, let's see, 5 Oreos, I'll do it.
Now for the second half, and the teams have changed.
Right, and we're off again.
Attacking the right-hand goal.
So, yeah, I don't really have any other interesting Sunday League tales that come to mind. There are probably many, many more, but I'll have to dig through my memory banks to find them. So, if anybody out there wants to hear them, then I'll probably do a whole live stream about them. Harry Yack's Sunday League tales. No, I'm not doing that. Right, here we go. Swine. I always do that and feign I'm going to injure the goalkeeper, but I never actually follow through with it. It's the story of my life. That's incidentally a phrase I stole from Dominic Diamond. Here we go. Oh, he's got it. Goalkeeper. Oh, I should have scored there. Oh, they're getting lucky here, Japan. Well, that bloke's getting quite tired. So, while that happens, South Korea haven't got the best stamina out of all the teams in the game. So, you will inevitably have to make some subs. Whereas if you play as someone like Brazil or England, you probably never will. In fact, you've got to do it. You really have to, otherwise your men will get injured. You're more susceptible to injury when your stamina/energy is low. I've yet to figure out whether it is stamina or energy. I think it's combined, whatever. But the more you use the sprint button, the more you will wear that down. So I don't know what I was doing there. I wasn't concentrating with what I was doing. So I should have really scored again here and put these dudes away. But typical Wigan Athletic, I mean South Korea stuff this is. Colin Dryberg says, I see you got the comments working. Colin, were you watching the first part of this stream? If so, thank you very much, and apologies that I couldn't get the chat working, but I know what to do now, and this has been very, very useful. I split the stream in half and decided to start again. And now I am armed with the knowledge of how to have live chat. Now, be warned, as I said earlier, that these messages disappear once the video goes live as an actual pre-recorded broadcast. But for now, while I'm still on air, they will remain. And I shall read them out, so they will be recorded on the internet for eternity. And I will provide the answers to them. How does that sound? Rubbish! Well, tough turkeys. Or tough turkeys, as the commentator might say. Brilliant. Very, very Christmas related, that, isn't it? Turkey. Oh!
It's a goal kick to Japan. We have a player substitution.
Colin Dryberg says, is it Dryberg or Dryberg? I think you told me at one point. You actually gave me the challenge. You said, can you actually pronounce my name correctly? So I apologize. But am I saying it right? Dryberg? Dryber? Is it Dryber? Sorry. So he says he doesn't have Twitter as he is too cool for those sorts of things. And yes, he was watching the first part. Well, cheers. Thank you very much. You were lucky to catch me streaming because I don't often do it these days. The last one I did would have been about maybe June last year. A long, long time ago. Half a year, half the world away, as that one Oasis song says. That advertisement sucks, by the way. Right, so this could get quite nervous. So I want to put it to bed right now and score. Put it to bed. That's a proper commentator's term, isn't it? Let's use a few more of those. I'm going to be sick as a parrot if I don't do this. It's a game of two halves, Jeff. Oh, I hate this bloke. Get him off. Off the ball, that is. Oh, right. See, that's what happens. See, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. That's what happens when Harry Yack takes the mic. Chaos ensues. Now, don't worry. I think we'll still win this. And it doesn't matter if we don't, because this is just a league stage. If we just get a draw, it's fine. Oh, I'm not doing save scumming, as they call it. I used to call it load if you lose. And I was so chuffed that I found out to cheat. I used to do it with, oh, crumbs. Can't remember. Oh, yeah, Premier Manager. I used to cheat by loading if I lost. And hence I could get 100% records. Which, well, yeah, it's fun for a short while. But I actually did it for years. Premier Manager was one of those games that I rented weekend after weekend from my local newsagent. When I really should have bought it because I ended up paying more in the rental prices than I would have done if I bought the thing. But there we go. Colin Dryberg says on his name pronunciation, no, neither. It's as you would say Edinburgh. Edinburgh? Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Dry Guru. Dry Guru. Dryborough. It's Dryborough, isn't it? I hope it is. I apologise if it isn't. And I'll never remember that. It's like lactobacillus, isn't it? It's lactobacillus prime. Lactobacillus. Okay. That's not aimed at anyone in particular, by the way. Oh, I think I've got an injury here because, look, it's asking me to make a sub, a forced sub. Oh. No, don't lose. Look how slowly he's going. He's really tired. And if he scores, I'll be mad. Letting the guy with one leg score. Right, come on. Finish this thing off here. Get off me.
A number of opportunities are available. He passes it back. Japan, cut that short.
Oh, no, don't head it back. Oh, don't queue. I'll explain that. Right, for some reason, oh, I'm going to be able to make the sub here. For some reason, it queues actions in the buffer. So if you ask it to pass then shoot in a quick succession, then it will remember that. And why is it asking me to change? Oh well, I might as well. These guys have no energy. Here's the donation incentive coming up. I'm going to bring the goalkeeper on up front. Why not? There he is, centre forward. So, goalkeeper, can you score? We'll just find out. Oh, come on, move these dudes around. Move, move. Hey, ran back down the tunnel. Hey, that's what I was trying to show you in the first part. You can regain control of those players as they're coming on for the sub. And you can do some funny stuff with them. As I just did there. You can do funnier stuff, but here's a good chance. Let's get rid of this bloke. Oh no, he stuck to us like glue. But this is getting nervy. Right, don't lose your concentration. Yack, this is only the qualifier stage. There's nothing to lose as such, apart from the game.
It's a constant battle for possession.
Apart from your pride and the millions of people watching online, the respect of them. Respect? Harry Yack never had any respect. Oh, not him again. Yes, sir.
There it is. Full time has been blown. A stunning victory for South Korea.
Colin Dryborough says, yes, that's how you say it. It's amazing nobody can pronounce it. I asked you that question years ago in a Retro and Lim live stream. Yes, I remember that. I remember it very well, which is why I asked you again, but I forgot. Because my memory is that of a sieve. If indeed sieves have memories, which they don't. Anyway, 3-2. And South Korea, power on. Okay, so it's the third round of the first part of this tournament. The second round of games. So, oh yes, look at that. We're all back to full complement. So, this should be easy peasy. Hello to all people watching this right now. There are two of you out there. I'm guessing that's you, Retro and Lim, and you, Colin Dryborough. Yes, I know how to pronounce it now. Hey! Forget the coin toss. I can't be bothered with that nonsense. Speed this thing up. Hey, look, we're playing in blue today. Makes a change. Yeah, I like that. A bit of variety. In fact, actually, blue is my lucky colour, so maybe we'll win by a great amount of goals. Okay. Yes, oh, that was too good. Shouldn't run backwards like that. You're less likely to beat the goalkeeper. So yeah, I'll go back to that point I was making about beating the goalkeeper. That is how you score goals in this game. And you may say, oh, well, that's obvious. But in this game, you've got to draw people out. You've got to take them out of the game. Ooh, he saved it with his feet. Another way that you can score is take the ball right to the touchline like that and score within an inch, which is why I hit the post a lot. I think I did it in the last game. Right. Here's a corner technique that had never worked for me. I'll try and send it into the near post and hopefully someone can nod it in. Oh, that was lucky. There was nobody of mine in my own half. Oh, stop bunching up. It's like a flipping Sunday League game, one of Harry Yack's Sunday League games. Back before Harry Yack was called Harry Yack. So oh, crumbs. So I'll try and demonstrate another way of scoring here if I can, although I'm not really good enough. I'll attempt to do it at least for the sake of this video. There are many other ways, but one of them is to chip the goalkeeper from a great distance. But again, it involves drawing the keeper out first. So basically, you can do whatever you like once you've preoccupied the goalkeeper, shall we say. Once you've made him come out and do something. Then you can just beat him any way you like. You can head it past him. Oh, here we go. Yeah. No. Oh, I thought it was in there. I thought we'd done it. But obviously not. Harry Yack. Never count your chickens, and that is another commentator's idiom. Oh, these idiots. Why is everybody camping out on the goal line? Wow, how deep do you men sit? Oh, this is going to be a fun game, I can tell. You should watch what you're doing. Oh, that's a penalty, surely. Yeah, that's the one thing that you've got to watch out for when you're trying to weave through those defenders, is them just elbowing you over like that. Because they're idiots, and the ref will never, ever, ever, ever give it as a foul. Because the referee is also an idiot, or baka, as they say in Japan. There you go, that's another Japanese word that I've learned from teletext. Oh, nasty foul. What can South Korea make from this move? I think sometimes it says Korea, sometimes it says Republic of Korea, and sometimes it says South Korea. Well, at least it's not North Korea because boom. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Very politically sensitive subject. And it's not fit for this live stream. Wait, did I say that in the first part? I hope I didn't. Well, that's for all you people who are just tuning in to the second part live. The reason I'm streaming again is one, to iron out the comments issue, and two, so more people will be able to catch the stream live. The more time that I stream, the more likely it is that somebody will catch it. You can catch it like a cold. And Harry Yack's live streams are like colds, they're like viruses. Oh. Yes, Turkey aren't that good. We should easily beat them, but we're not doing yet. Oh, that guy then just jerked horribly. No.
He's got right behind that. The goalie punches it clear. It's gone out of play. Turkey are given the corner. He could cause trouble from here.
Colin Drybra says, I'm sitting playing Final Fantasy VIII. Good old nostalgia. Now, I will say, get it out first, I will say that I've never actually played any of the Final Fantasy series. I intend to maybe start with the NES ones and get into that at some point, because I've got a funny feeling I could be the type that likes those sorts of RPG games. If they're anything like Championship Manager, then I'm sure I will be. Yes, I know, they're not the same really, but it's another game that I've yet to properly get into, but I no doubt will in the course of my life. Unless I die tomorrow, which hopefully won't happen. Hopefully South Korea won't come and bomb me for various things that I have said in this live stream. Let's try a low corner and see what happens. Nothing. That was foolish. And now all my players are up there, more likely to score. But come on. Have a pot shot. Okay, so what you've got to do quickly when you've had a shot like that is run back, because you need as many men back as possible. And also, you could easily be caught offside if you want to break forward again quickly. These are very, very deep tactics. I'll write them down on a piece of paper so you can scrutinize them at your leisure. And may I also push you in the direction of the Harry Yack guide for this game, which I wrote in about 2010. So yes, the Final Fantasy series is something that I'll probably pick up right from the very beginning. I used to enjoy a game called Rent-A-Hero on the Mega Drive. Actually, it wasn't a Mega Drive, it was emulated. I still have this disc, but it's a disc I bought from my local computer fair in about 2000, full of emulated Mega Drive games. It was £1. Totally illegal, you understand? But on that were very, very many foreign games that were never released in this territory, such as King Salmon Fishing and Rent-A-Hero. Even though that was Japanese and I couldn't understand anything that was going on, I had a strange fascination with it because it was so much different than everything I'd ever played up to that point. I'd never actually played an RPG at that time. Logie Burr. Is that you, Logie Bird? The inventor of the television? He asks, who do you think will win the FA Cup? It's a very, very good question. I'll have to think about it, but I predicted Manchester City to win the league this year on a previous edition of the Boy and Bug Soccer Shakedown, which you can watch on retro1lim.com. And I also predicted Man United to have a bad season, for Bournemouth to do well, but we didn't predict who'd win the FA Cup. So just give me a second to think about this. I'd love for one of the lower league teams to win it. I know it never happens. I think the closest we've ever got to that is Millwall in about 2006. Now, I have a story to tell you about that. I was watching that game, and there was a horrible, horrible smell of smoke. I thought, oh no, what's happening? So I looked outside the window, and the house adjacent to ours was on fire. No word of a lie. So I went out and watched the fire burning. I missed the rest of the cup final, so I have no idea what happened. Or I had no idea what happened. I came back and realised, oh yes, Manchester United had battered Millwall in the FA Cup final. A huge letdown, and I'm actually glad that I stayed and watched that fire. I wasn't glad that there was a fire, because I would never wish that on anybody, obviously. Except maybe North Korea. Oh! But yes, who will win the FA Cup? Not Wigan Athletic, obviously. Liverpool. I'm just going to let that settle for a while. Logie Bird says, no, Logie Bird, Logie Burr is just my nickname. Can I just say it's a fantastic nickname? And he also says, I didn't make the TV. Well, I wish you did. Who watches TV these days? Huh? Anybody out there actually watch it, apart from the football? I occasionally watch football on TV or cricket. But generally, I watch YouTube videos and live streams of various events now. I've become boring. Actually, I've become more specialised in my entertainment uptake. Come on. You shouldn't keep shooting like that. Logie Burr says, I think Arsenal might do it again. They could indeed. They beat Wigan Athletic, which is my team, on the way to the Cup in 2014. And they were so overjoyed that they beat the champions, which was quite fun, actually. An achievement in itself. Those were the glory days of my club, Wigan Athletic, which I'll probably go on about endlessly. Speaking of which, Eastleigh, how are Eastleigh doing? Oh, how tenuous was that link against Bolton. Steve, Retro and Lim, are you there? Let me know, please. I'm dying to know. Yeah, Arsenal have got a very good chance. They're looking quite good this season. Tottenham? Well, I'm saying this, but I don't know how these third round games have gone today. These teams might have lost. It's now 10-5 and the results are just coming in, I should think. But who cares about that? Video games, video games. You want to be watching people playing video games on a Saturday afternoon, not football.
He's taking it all the way. Keeping the ball moving at all times. Can someone meet the long ball? He's keeping him in.
So we've got another comment from Colin Dryburgh, which I will look at in a minute after we've repelled this attack, because I don't want to lose this game, even though it probably won't matter in the grand scheme because of the group system. Oh, come on, stop head tennising. Right, that'll do. Right, Colin Dryburgh says, I have a thing on my telly I can watch old long plays on. I spend forever on it watching C64/SNES vids. Oh, that sounds interesting. What is it? Is it a specific app? That's interesting. I'd like to get that, perhaps. Oh, too close to the goalkeeper. He also says, I'm personally an ice hockey fan. Now, when is the ice hockey season? Well, I guess it's a different season in the UK than in America, but are you a supporter of British ice hockey or Scottish ice hockey? Here we go, we're going to score! Brilliant. Oh, Bolton equalised, I'm being told. Oh, well, at least they took it to a replay. Where's that guy looking at the floor? He's knackered. And that should seal the game. So well done, South Korea. Oh, come on, Eastleigh. Come on. Time's running out. Now, other candidates for the Cup. Yeah, Tottenham. I quite like Tottenham this year, but only because I'm a closet homo for Harry Kane. No, not really. I like him as a footballer, but he is the sort of typical Brill Cream boy, isn't he? However, as a footballer, I like him. And he's English. Brilliant. Dele Alli. Good to see him coming through the ranks as well recently. Very, very exciting. Gives you hope that, well, we might have a chance at the Euros, England, but probably not. You know what's going to happen. We'll go out in the first round, much to the delight of Scotland. But no, I don't think we'll do very well, but at least things are looking a little bit more optimistic with a few players coming into form now. Just you watch. Rooney and Kane and Ali and all of those will get injured by the time... Oh, did I say World Cup? It's the Euros, isn't it? Sorry. Duh. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Yeah, it's the Euros this year. And we'll all have something to do over the summer. Well, actually, I might do a few more of these live streams. You'll enjoy that, won't you? You better do.
Can someone meet the long ball?
Oh, come on, Eastleigh. There must still be some time for you to score. 7 minutes to 5. Maybe not. Well,
South Korea looks strong in midfield.
I don't know. I'd like to know what the results were, Steve, you there. Oh, no!
He still has possession. A cracking shot.
I think that was the first attempt they had in the whole game, wasn't it? We should have pasted them. That shows how bad Turkey are. Incidentally, the turkey I had for Christmas was fantastic. I must have had 20 or 30 turkey sandwiches over the Christmas period from 2 separate turkeys. You've got to do it, haven't you? It's Christmas! It's not anymore, but... Oh! No, let's not see that again. Well, that is a surprise, isn't it? Come on. Oh, running out of time. We might still not win this. Come on, concentrate. Just give me 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for this. See if I can score again. Turkey is starting to tire. I mean, we've been tired for about 15 minutes. Oh, yeah, our goalkeeper's on, isn't he? How did he do? Did he score earlier, I wonder? Oh, nasty. Well done, Fassi. Now do it again.
He may use this to send men forward.
Do we have a sub left? Let's use it.
He's holding on for an opening. What an opportunity. He's going all the way.
Right, yes. Let's use a sub. Let's have a look at the comments once again. Colin Dryburgh says, yes, UK ice hockey. I support Fife Flyers in the EIHL. The thing I watch old vids on is an Amazon Fire Stick with Cody. It's hard to explain. Well, I should look into that. Oh, we've not made any subs yet this game. That must have been in the last game. Get the goalie on again. Might as well. Yeah, let's make all three. We're into stoppage time now, so let's see these dudes line up on the touchline.
South Korea, they're preparing to play a sub.
Well, 3 subs, actually, to correct you. I went through a short period where I was mildly obsessed, I guess, with ice hockey. Well, it was only 2 or 3 days, but I used to really, really like EA Hockey on the Mega Drive. And it's funny how these video games can get you into things. I know Tony Hawk's Skater got my brother into skateboarding. He was never any good at it. He was only a skateboarder for about 2 weeks and then got injured and never tried it again. But at least it got him to try it. And there's a lot to be said for video games encouraging people to do things. So maybe if we put out some firefighting video games or police fighting video games, policing video games, then kids will become inspired to do these things. Just like Fireman Sam and PC Pinkerton and all those classic kids' professional TV shows. Let's have video games related to cops and stuff. I'm not going to make the obvious assumption that if you play Grand Theft Auto, then you become a thief, because, of course you do. It's a given. Not a shay given, but... Right. I'm going to let you listen to this music for a second while I use the BOG. I'll be back. Hello. I'm back. Okay, so we've got one more game, I believe, in this part of the International Cup. And then we can move on to the next round, the game proper. Oh, I think we'll do this now. We can afford to take a loss, and we'll get through. So let's just fiddle around a bit. Goalkeeper, you're on. Put him in center attack. Oh, I love messing around with this game. I love messing around with Japan. Colin Driver says, you can get the Cody on eBay. 53 quid I got mine for, and you can watch any film you want. It even has a built-in emulator. But I'm like a fish with tits when it comes to tech stuff. That's an interesting expression. A fish with tits. Would you be able to milk them? So you could get fish milk. Oh, right. You've got to go and make fish milk now, Colin Dryberg. Sorry, Colin. I'm going to call you Colin from now on because it's more efficient. It's nothing to do with the fact that I keep getting your name wrong. I've got a complex for that now, haven't I? Okay, here we go. Concentrate on the game, Yack. We're going to win this. Oh, and it's a night game. I've only just noticed. Oh, isn't that wonderful? You don't have many of these. There are also games played in the snow and rain, which you can slip over in occasionally. And the commentator says, "Oh, he lost his footing on the wet pitch," and that's it. It happens about twice a game max when you're running, but that's a fun thing to see anyway. He just falls ass over fish tit. He falls ass over fish tits. I just wanted to say that again in case the audio got cut for whatever reason, because I'm particularly happy with that. So, well done. We've scored. Oh, we're thriving in this new environment, this new evening time environment. Here we go. So, how did the FA Cup go? If anybody out there does know, please let me know the scores. Because, well, I'd usually be checking them, but I'm playing video games for once. I mean, it's good to disconnect from reality for once, every now and again. Well, you could say that Yack is permanently disconnected from reality. But still, I would like to know the scores in the FA Cup. It's actually good sometimes when your team's out of the cup. You can just sit back and enjoy the rest of the games. Sometimes you have regrets and you say, oh, that could have been us. Oh, we could have been on TV again. But generally, these days, I tend to think, oh, it's just a chance to watch some of the other teams and scout them out. Although I'm not actually doing that right now. I'm playing video games. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I shouldn't shoot from there. Ah! So, most of the stuff that I watch nowadays is video game related stuff. I know that's sad, but I don't have time for TV these days. All the bad things that are happening in the world. When I get home, I don't want to know about people dying and being murdered. I just want to sit back and relax and enjoy a good video game. Well, a good video game video, I guess. When I can't be bothered playing the game, I just watch somebody else playing it. I've become one of those modern kids, in inverted commas, that does that. But I don't care. Life's too short to worry. Now, come on. Get this done. It's okay. We got to the ball first. And if you do that, you're absolutely fine. Kondo. He's one of the dudes who composed the music for some old Nintendo games, I believe. Koji Kondo. Forgive me on the expression. Oh, yeah. I was elucidating about all the various different Japanese words that I learned. Well, I've forgotten them all now. Let's see if I can remember them. Oh, stop doing that. You nearly gave away a goal because of it.
Japan on the end of the long pass. The pass doesn't quite make it. South Korea on the end of the long pass.
Oh.
Yes, a great speed ball. He's holding on for an opening. Magnificent save. A brave.
I did not turn in time.
3 minutes played so far. Right. Consummate skill there.
Right, come on. Beat that defender and we're in.
Not enough legs on the pass. Oh, he has it.
I think we'll absolutely batter these guys in this game. Oh! Tackle looks good. No, it doesn't. I missed him completely. I never caught him. It would have been a foul. I might even have been sent off. Maybe it's one of those harsh refs. Oh, yeah, that is a point. Some of the referees are more harsh. It takes more yellow cards. Oh, sorry. It takes more fouls to bring a yellow card from some of the referees because they're more lenient. Whereas others, they'll send you off for the first challenge. Quite advanced, I should say, for 1995. Fish tits!
And the game restarts.
That should be a new expression, shouldn't it? A new profanity. Oh, fish tits! It's like fiddlesticks. Like I was on about earlier with fish face. Oh, come on, dude. You're all a bunch of fools. Good job that goalkeeper was alert on that particular occasion. Okay, so I'm going to use this opportunity, while the chat is quiet, to promote another of my projects that I've got going on right now. I'm actually slacking off right now on this day and playing this game when I should really be converting audio files for Retro and Lim Live, which is a live stream that we host every month on youtube.com/Retro and Lim Live. I'm going through the old episodes, all 49 of them to date, and converting them to MP3 format so we can add them to iTunes belatedly. They should be ready for the 50th edition, so you can actually go and troll through the archives, download them to your iPhone or MP3 player, and listen to them in the car on your way to work. And I do have to say, they are crazy, these live streams, because there's so many people in them. There's never a dull moment. There's always interesting things going on. I mean, I know that's not necessarily great for the people in the stream. They don't always get the point across because the more vociferous ones, shall we say, tend to dominate the conversation. But listening back, if you can suspend that and suspend your own ego, as I've said before, they are good listens. They're not brilliant. I mean, they're getting better. But yeah, please do go to retrounlim.com because soon we'll have a complete collection of audio downloads for Retro Unlim Live, very own live stream at retrounlim.com. So should I promo number 50? Retro Unlim Live 50? Well, no, because we don't know when it's going to happen. Possibly at the beginning of next month. We don't know who's going to be on. Oh, it'll be a surprise. Full time, Eastleigh 1-all. A hearty round of applause to Eastleigh. Very well done. Hopefully they can win the replay. And I'll probably watch that replay. And laugh at Bolton. Any other scores, Steve? Sorry, Retro and Lim left that comment about Eastleigh. Oh my, look at this. We're knackered. We don't need to change our formation. It's absolutely fine. It's perfectly possible to go through the whole of the International Cup with one formation. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to prove to you tonight that it is indeed possible. Tonight? Is it tonight? If you're watching in Australia, it's probably tonight. So, come on, you. Don't mess me about like this. Yeah, this is not a very interesting part of the tournament. We're playing all these idiots who aren't very good at football. But still, it has to be done. If you want to be the best, if you want to be the very best in the world, then it's a necessary evil. Oh, he's fallen over. South Korea, answer the telly. He says answer the telly, doesn't he? I always used to answer the telly as a kid. I'm answering the telly right now, actually. So, Retro and Lim, on-the-spot reporter says, no shock results in the FA Cup, but he hopes Manchester United get beaten by Sheffield United. Come on, Chef. That's not Chef from South Park, by the way. You can suck on his chocolate salty balls because he means Sheffield United, who incidentally Wigan Athletic play on Tuesday. And I'm going to go and watch them at the DW Stadium up in the Pie Dome, which I call... is what I call the DW Stadium, is the Pie Dome.
He faces the through ball.
Oh no!
Is he going to switch it across? He's got right behind that.
Oh, well, fair enough. Good goal. We'll give you that, Japan. It's a decent goal. Good pass. Good finish. But you will not defeat the mighty South Korea. Yeah. Oh, we've got an interesting comment here from Colin Dryborough. Colin, sorry. And he says, what stream was it when things degenerated into mindless use of a certain word? That was by far my favorite live stream. Well, there have been a few incidents where we end up talking about, shall we say, offensive things. And I believe you're talking about the C word there. I can't remember which one it was, but there was a recent stream where Woodland37, that's Carl, and Novabug, two bastions of YouTube, if ever I saw them. They ended up in a slanging match, and it was hard to keep a lid on it. You may be referring to that, but there were 48 streams before that it could have been, so I don't remember the specific stream. Actually, going back and listening back to some of the old episodes, I'd forgotten we talked about stuff. For about 10 minutes in one episode, we talked about Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why is it that those live streams degenerate into Arnold Schwarzenegger talk? It's It's a given these days. Not a Shea given, but I've said that once already, haven't I? Yeah, it's interesting how you liked that, because people raved and said, oh, that was disgusting. But I guess the point is that it provokes a reaction, and that's the most important thing. I don't think anybody was actually offended. It was just, I was afraid, oh dear, we were afraid that somebody would, and there's always that chance, isn't there? And we don't want to offend people. But on the face of it, in terms of the offensiveness scale, it's fairly low down. The way it was framed, anyway. So why am I talking about this? I could get into some very hot water, fumbling at my collar here, and I'm actually in danger of losing this game now, because I'm losing my concentration again.
He slides in. He passes it back.
Yeah, good tackle. So, yeah, the live stream has been variously offensive, entertaining, and always interesting, I'd say. The classic streams are going to be going up on retrolondon.com in audio format. So if you want to revisit those, then go ahead and do it. I know I will be, but then again, I produce those shows, so I would. All right, Colin Driver. Colin says a certain N-word. Ooh. Ooh. Which one are you talking about? Which N-word? I'll leave it there.
And the game restarts.
Oh, look at that guy there. He's just puking all over the pitch. He's knackered. He is absolutely shattered. It gets to that point in the World League and the International League. Hey! I just got away with a blatant foul. Hey! Yeah, there's never a dull moment, we'll put it that way. Even if at various times it's been offensive, then, I mean, it wasn't really meant. I'll put it that way.
Japan, desperate. He need a goal. He's holding on for an opening. He's taking it all the way. Oh, nice save.
Oh, that was lucky.
Japan, I'll give him the corner. He could cause trouble from here.
So yes, the Sheffield United-Manchester United game gets underway in a few minutes, I believe. I believe it's 15:15 the kickoff. So please do keep me updated, guys. I would love to know. And actually, I don't know who I want to win that. Can it go to extra time? No, it can't, can it? Not in the third round proper. Oh, my word. Off the line. This is actually turning into a decent, entertaining game, isn't it? Bye. And bye. Goodbye, Japan. Sayonara. Konbanwa. Oh, that's good afternoon, isn't it? Oh, good evening. Oh. Colin says, see, Colin says, the C word, where I'm from, is used every day and is considered normal. Well, maybe it is from... Sorry. Maybe it is in certain parts of the country where the Retro and Lim Live contributors are from. But, I mean, I live a sheltered life. All I do is play video games all day. So I never get outside. I don't know if people are saying these naughty words. Please don't say the naughty words. Oh. I'm only joking. I went outside this morning to pick my milk up. So I do get out.
He tries for possession. Forward midfielder. He's looking for the break. He's going all the way. A valiant attempt, but thwarted. He sends the ball forward. So yes, use of the N-word and various different offensive words on the live stream. I'm not going to censor people. I would never dream of doing that. But I will admit that we have, out of respect for certain contributors, edited out certain parts of live streams in the past. Now, you might say, how can you edit stuff out of a live stream? Well, you can't. It was actually broadcast live, these various different parts. But we retrospectively took the recording and edited it out. So if you go back and watch, you can possibly spot the points where we made edits, possibly not. But the good thing about that is, on some occasions, it allows you to go back and make some remastering edits and add introductions and fancy music and outros and things like that. So it's a double-edged sword, really. What's he doing? Why waste time and effort doing that? Oh, he knows he's out of the cup now. So might as well mess around. Colin says, outside is overrated. There is people out there. Oh, I can't stand people. People are difficult. Yeah, well, there are people who steal my milk, and that is the main issue. So people suck. Oh, get it. I think we've won this game now, though. This commentator's gone mute. Come on, say something. I'm expecting the commentator in ISS64 to do my job for me. I'm becoming lazy. Okay. So, this has been the 4th game of this international tournament. How many are left? I believe maybe 8? I don't know. Well, we'll see how far we get before I get bored. In the meantime, hopefully... Actually, I don't know what I want to happen in that Sheffield United game. So, anyway, let me know what happens. And there it is. We've qualified. What a surprise. Let's have a look at our team statistics. We've won 12 points and lost 5 points. Wait, you don't lose points in football. Oh, I see. It's a dodgy English translation. Yeah, okay. Score plus 8 goals. Fair enough. Oh, yes, there's more, isn't there? We've had a red card and no yellow cards, so I think that says more about that referee, really. Average distance to goal, very, very short, really. I don't know what the ball keep ratio means. Is it possession? Maybe. Oh, look at all these unnecessary statistics. I used to pore over these for ages and think, oh yes, brilliant. We've had 3.25 goals per game, and write them down in my copybook like a little miniature John Motson. What does that mean? Average defense strength. Average goals. I don't know what that means. Hold on. We've got more. Min goal time, 20 seconds against Japan in that last game. And 10 meters is the max goal difference against Turkey. Wait a minute, I think there's one more. Yes, there it is. Oh, look at that. A midfielder has got the joint top amount of goals with Juan, who has 3. You'd think he'd have 1, but he has 3. Lots and lots of goals flying in. So, it's time to go to the next part of the International Cup. Qualify open. I'm not even going to ask what that means. Okay, so we've got Romania in the first round of the actual International Cup. I believe it is. Well, I hope it is. Because we've got a lot to get through and we must do it for the sake of the stream.
Welcome to this live.
On this FA Cup third round day, I hope you aren't watching the football. I hope you're watching me play football video games. Now, this should be slightly more difficult because Romania are actually a decent team. In general, the Asian teams in this game, well, I'm going to say that they suck because they do. They're the worst rated teams in the game. The Republic of Korea are actually the worst rated team in the game. Sorry, I just confused myself there because I had a chance, which I missed. But once you get to the next rounds and you play against the European teams, then things get a bit more difficult. I don't know. I kind of feel that the teams are unnecessarily weighted towards Europe. There are, I think, about 20 or 30, maybe, European teams in the game, whereas the other continents have 6 or 7 total. Oh, Retro and Lim says the Retro and Lim live stream, the N-word one, was Yack to the Future Part 1, probably because he was the one that had to do the editing. Oh, was that the one that we had Paul Rose on? That's one of my favorite. Yes, Colin, yeah, I agree. That was one of my favorite live streams too. Maybe for different reasons, though. That was a terrible shot. Oh, thankfully. Remember when I said the European teams are slightly better? Well, this one isn't. Wait. Romania is Europe. It is. Sorry, I've just forgotten my geography for a minute there. Be that player, you idiot. As long as there's one dude left there, we'll be fine. Oh, here we go. That goalkeeper is an utter moron. He just stood there and watched me score. Oh, and Retro and Lim. I don't think it's a good idea to come on Sheffield United. What? That's not rude at all. Okay, I think we're just going to batter these blokes like fish tits. And, oh dear, I'm becoming like those flipping catchphrase spouters now, aren't I? So, yeah, well, another goal coming up maybe. Oh, the goalkeeper dived for that then.
He passes it back. Right.
Oh, here we go again. Good job they had a few dudes back.
2 minutes played so far.
Retro and Lim says he will if they beat United. What type of beating are you talking about here, Steve? I certainly hope it's not rude. Meanwhile, where's our free kick taker? Hurry up, hurry it along. You're wasting time. See, look at this. We're already 2-0 up and we're time wasting. Ah, professionalism. It's ruining the modern game. Oh! How come none of my players went to meet that ball then? Steve, what is your personal favourite episode of Retro and Lim Live? Actually, that's going to be extended to everybody out there watching this. All 2 people watching this. What has been, if indeed you are a watcher of Retro and Lim Live, your favourite episode? Oh dear, while I was explaining that, I conceded to a team who I was saying earlier were terrible. Okay, I should get off my high horse. Ding, ding, ding! Cliche! Cliche! Oh, doesn't he play for Manchester City? Right, Steve says his favourite episode of Retro and Lim Live is Retro and Lim Live 20. So that was the one with Stuart Ashen and Larry Bundy Jr. in the first time they were on, or the first time Stuart Ashen was on. And we did a 4-hour show and then came back and did another hour. So in total, it was 5 hours. 5 hours of madness. And I can't remember anything that happened, actually. Oh, yeah. Stuart Ashen apparently is my father, he said. I should cut that out of the stream and post it as an extra on Harry Yack channel like. That's another thing that Ashen says, isn't it? What we do like, int it like and stuff. I've not watched any of his videos recently, but yeah, that was a great episode. Retro and Lim says, rich, drunk. Yes, he progressively got more and more drunk throughout the night. And I would put that personally in one of my top 5 moments on the Retro and Lim live stream. And there have been so many. Would I put the N-word incident in that? Probably not, but I'm sure some people might.
The referee looks at his watch. A valiant attempt, but thwarted.
So yeah, Rich's song about Ian Botham, another moment that I should really cut out and post as a separate video on the RU channel. But, Steve, a question to you. Whatever happened to that highlights compilation that you were going to make of the best moments of Retro and Lim Live? I would love to see that. Oh, and sorry if I've spoiled that, if you were keeping it secret under wraps and plan to unveil it for a special occasion, maybe RU50. Ooh.
And again.
And speaking of Retro and Lim Live 50,
They're closing him down.
if you want to be a guest on there, get your applications in now. Also your suggestions for stuff for us to do, because we've decided nothing and we're open to suggestions.
The forward has been caught offside.
That's if you care one jot about the Retro and Lim live stream. Retro and Lim says, regarding the highlight stream, it ended up in his can't be asked file. Yeah, well, there have been 50 shows to go through, nearly, so it's going to be a very, very difficult and onerous task to go through them all. Although I probably will do it at some point in the future. But yes, nevertheless, there have been plenty of moments. I remember Dave Longboy's post 1975 saying that he buried his TurboGrafx in the backyard. In fact, he's told that on numerous streams, so we'll probably pick one of those moments out. In fact, we could probably do a supercut. That stream has been going so long, we cover ground that we've already covered 10 times already. Ooh, that would have been a great goal. We revisit subjects again and again and go over old ground because we forget what we talked about. I think the first stream was in about August 2013. Whoa, what's he doing? Why did he do that?
Romania.
I think that was an artificial intelligence fail there. Let's just watch this again. Hey, walk away from the goal and pass it to somebody else to score. Well, 1995, kids. I love it.
And the game restarts.
For me, Retromania, I really enjoyed that. And what was the one where we had the 3 special guests on, the 3 high-profile special guests? Re-Rez, Classic Game Room, and John Lester. I enjoyed that one too, although it was a little bit stressful behind the scenes. We did a fairly good job. I know a few people have criticised, saying that we could have handled the guests better, but it's crazy. When there's 2 people, well, actually we had 3 of us doing the old preparation for that particular stream, but when there's only a handful of you to prep for a 5-hour live stream, and you've got all these guests coming on, it's difficult. I'll say that. Oh, I've just spoiled the magic now. I'm being told that that was Retro and Lim Live 50 that I'm referring to there. Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Although I actually liked part 2 of the Harry Yack 482 subscriber special with Jim Bagley. That was fun. I can't remember anything he said in it, but I remember it being good. Go and watch it! Shameless plug. Is that the end of the game? Oh no, second half. We'll continue with the same squad for now. So you might have noticed I'm not just talking about this game, so you can bring up anything you like and I'll chat about it. I'm just playing the game in the background and maybe saying a few things about it. I've said a lot that there is to be said about the game, about the intricacies of it, and yes, I'd welcome topics for chat. All 2 people out there watching right now, please do post your comments about anything you like. Football, live streams, my favorite food, although not that because this isn't Twitter. Fish tits. No, I'll stop saying that. Okay, so 5-2 and it's only just gone half time. So, oh, here we go. The first penalty in this live stream, so I'll get to show this off. I'm not very good at this, I must say, but my tactic is to do this. Now you can see that we have the blue cursor there. That's my cursor that I'm moving around. And that shows where I'm going to shoot. But if you hit the Z button, oh sorry, the R button, the R shoulder button, it disappears. So the goalkeeper does not know where you're going to shoot. So if you waggle the joystick around... Oh! We might be able to score the rebound here. See, he had no idea where that ball was going. Oh, got another shot in. Crikey. So yeah, that's not exactly the expert's guide to taking penalties in this game. But it's a guide to taking a penalty, I guess. Not a good penalty, but a penalty. Retro on Limb says, Rich on RU20 is a must-loan segment. I don't know what that means. Sorry. But Colin says, what's the worst game that you've ever played and any recent bad games? Hold on a minute, I'll defend this. Yeah, get out of the way, you muppet. What's the worst I've ever played? Retro on Limb says it could be Rise of the Robots, which I actually have, but I've yet to play. In fact, I have a whole bunch of SNES games that I've yet to move on to. In fact, I should have used those games this afternoon instead of playing this game again for the 50th time. But this is a stream I've had planned for a long time. I wanted to do it in maybe September last year, but never got round to it because, well, work. I'm not going to say it sucks, but it sucks time away from you. Let's put it that way. But in terms of the worst game I've ever played, thing is, I like bad games. So it's hard to pick. Oh! My favorite bad game. I really liked... No, I didn't really. I was just going to say I liked that motorway simulator game on the Amstrad CPC in BASIC, but it was awful. Some of those Cascade 50 cassette games were pretty bad. Some are quite good. I liked that City Bomber game. I occasionally go back to that. The City Bomber clone. You know, that classic game where you're a helicopter or a plane and you've got to bomb the buildings to nothingness by the time you reach the helipad. Yeah, I enjoy that. But is that really a bad game? I'm going to pick that. But the worst game I've played is a much more difficult test. I really don't like Bridget on the Amstrad CPC. It's horrible. I hated it back then and I hate it now. Although the colours are a lot better than I remember. I only had a green screen monitor back then, so naturally they're going to be better. Goalie, you're an idiot. Oh, thought I'd scored that. But yes, I think I'm going to pick Bridget. There have been some really bad Amstrad CPC games. And I'm not going to say Barbie Race and Ride was a bad game, but I couldn't really extract much enjoyment from it. Nonetheless, it was better than Bridget, 100 times better. At least you can ride horses in that instead of walking over bridges. That is probably the worst concept for a game ever. Oh, there's a bloke and he just walks over bridges. Bridge shit, as Retro on Limb puts it. Oh, beep that out, censors. Beep it out. Rude word, oh. Fish tits. Ah, this is turning into a high-scoring game. Yes, indeed. Some of these old games tend to be, football video games that is, tend to be very high-scoring in their nature. And I think ISS64 is one of them. Mostly because I'm terrible at defending. And also, my players are starting to tire slightly, so I think it's time for a sub. But first, let's score here. In fact, we might do. Why didn't he try to tackle me before then? Because he's an idiot, that's why. So, yeah. Substitution. Let's make one. In terms of other bad games I've played on other consoles, Double Dragon 3 is one that I remember being particularly annoyed with. That was one of those rentals from the newsagent that I mentioned before. And I remember thinking, this is nothing like Double Dragon 1 and 2. Because it's just too hard. It would have been fine if it wasn't so hard. But there's a few mechanics in that that I really like the fact that you can play as other different characters than Billy and Jimmy. Like that fat business suit bloke. But in reality, they're all terrible. Whoa. They're all terrible. And that's what makes that game so bad in my eyes. And I've not actually played that in years, so I might go back to it and think, oh, this is actually not that bad. But from memory, I remember thinking, oh, this is horrible. I'm not renting this again. But the problem is, I forgot. And I did rent it again. And all the horrible, horrible memories came back. Longrod, hello! Longrod von Hugenden says, your mic sounds superb. Are you being sarcastic there? Because actually this microphone, I know it isn't that great. We've got a different setup today. I can't use my headset because it's not compatible with piping the game audio in. So that's just the way it is. Some things will never change. All right, he says no, it sounds good. Excellent, excellent. Makes a change that, doesn't it? Actual production values on the Harry Yack channel. Also, Longrod, welcome to the stream. How are you doing this afternoon/evening? A triple substitution coming up on this FA Cup third round afternoon. I believe there's still one game going on. Man United versus Sheffield United. The battle of the Uniteds. Oh, my dude's running away. Come into the penalty area. I need you for this. Oh, that was lucky. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Jocular is offside. Hey, look at that. It's a goal kick. Longrod says he's doing fine. Well, glad to see you back in one of my streams. I know I've not been streaming for a long time, but, well, it's Christmas. It's the tail end of my own personal Christmas holidays, so I thought I would take my attention off going back to work on Monday and do a bit of live streaming in the meantime. Yes. Colin says, the new Alone in the Dark game is god awful. Another series that I've never actually played, though I've seen lots of videos of it. And it looks like the sort of game that I would have been absolutely annoyed to death with as a kid. If that were available as a rental from my newsagent, I probably would have rented it once and then thought, these controls, I can't be doing with them. Longrod says he used to love ISS, but he's a FIFA man nowadays. I waver between the two as time passes. As a 12-year-old, I used to really, really like the FIFA series, but then I discovered ISS on the N64. Actually, no, on the SNES was the first time I played it. I really, really liked the fact that you could edit the teams. That was a big thing for me. And also just the cartoony nature of it. FIFA, it was a very, very slow game at the time. I don't know if it still is, but ISS was breakneck speed in comparison. And another game I used to really like around the same time was FIFA Pitch Soccer, or Head-On Soccer in the States. And I used to play that for hours on end. The great thing about that game is that you can foul people and get away with it, and you can dive in the penalty area and win free kicks. Oh, look at this, Northern Ireland. But more recently, I'm pretty much exclusively an ISS bloke, although I do occasionally go back and play the old FIFAs for the odd live stream. Just for the memories, really, more than anything. Oh, another night game. We're brilliant at night games, aren't we? South Korea. Like owls, they only come out at night. Nocturnal beings. Oh, an excellent save from that goalkeeper. He's a cut above the Romanian goalie. You will see that the opposition ramps up bit by bit as we go through this cup. And I actually sometimes play international cups as Northern Ireland, not because they're a good team, but because they're a bad team, really. Well, they're half decent in comparison to South Korea. Anyway, and a goal. No, yes, no. Colin says FIFA 95 was brilliant, and I concur wholeheartedly. That's another game that I could stick in the console right now and just play it for an hour and never get bored. But I think FIFA 96 was the one that I played extensively as a kid. And also the original FIFA on the SNES.
He tries for possession.
But yes, FIFA 95, retrospectively, is a wonderful game. Oh! I only wanted one more inch! One more inch, I say. Longrod says he likes FIFA 99. Right, which footballer was on the front of 99? And I'll probably remember it. Was it Sol Campbell, or was that 2000? Also, it depends which region you're in. If you're in America, it could be a different footballer on the front of the cover. And I believe that's still the case today with the old PES and FIFA covers. Oh, a nasty foul by Yun. Oh, Bergkamp, yes. Yeah, I did like that one. I only bought it in about 2002, maybe, when it was cheap. And I tell you what, some of these tales that I can tell you are second-hand games that are horribly mistreated by the previous owner. I'm sure 5-year-olds misowned them, but for some reason, half the games I used to buy from the old shops in Wigan Town Centre, the second-hand shops, the cases were bashed to all hell. And I don't know why. Somebody must have sat on them. A fat bloke must have sat on them by accident one day. But yes, FIFA 99, that's a game that I played for a few weeks, which is actually quite a lot in comparison to some of the other games. I would get a game for £1 for second-hand game for £1, play it once and never play it again because it was rubbish. I went to game once, I can't remember what year this was, but they were giving away free copies of Ronaldo v Football for the PS1 if you spent £8. So I spent £8 and got the game. But guess what? The game was awful, but not bad for a free game. I mean, how can you complain if it's free? I don't think you can complain if anything's free. Longrod says, I never understood disc scratches either. But true, people are lazy. I remember people at school saying, oh, my brother snapped my copy of Tomb Raider, and thinking, oh, no, why are we moving to discs these days? That never would have happened with the old cartridges. But of course, to actually snap a disc is going to take quite a lot of force. Oh no, we're in trouble here. Oh, good save, goalie. Thank you, you're my saviour. Colin Dryber says, turn fouls off, and that was hours of fun with your pals. Do you remember for FIFA the walls indoor football cheat? So you can add walls to the sidelines. So whenever the ball hit a sideline, it would rebound back into play. So it was like glorified indoor football. I used to like that mode, messing around with that. It was a cheat, by the way, I believe. But, oh, almost as good as the game itself. And that was almost as good a goal as Manchester United themselves. Controversial statement. Speaking of which, how are Man U doing? Steve, are you still out there? I bet you're listening to the football in one ear and listening to the scream in the other, aren't you? Oh, you're a trooper. Hello to all 3 people watching this right now. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. I'm really not sure how much longer I'm going to go. Until I die, probably. We'll just turn this into an endurance test and see how far we can go in the International League. The goal is obviously to win the thing, but I've forgotten how many games you have to win to do it. I think I did it over Christmas or just before. And was it 8? Right, well, let's play the game and see. Might be 9. Can't remember. But we're a good chunk of the way through now, maybe halfway. And let's see how far we can go. We might lose, obviously, before we get anywhere. Oh, no! Oh, brilliant tracking back from that defender. Oh, he's a legendary defender, that bloke. Except he's probably rubbish. All the players on South Korea are rubbish. If you plan on playing this game, if you're a beginner and you bought this game recently, don't pick South Korea. They're awful. Also, start out on level 1. get used to that and build up to level 3. Then when you've mastered level 3, move on to level 4 and then 5. Actually, you can probably jump up from level 3 to 5 in one fell swoop, because it's not that big a difference, really. Forget level 4. Jump from 3 to 5. And it might take maybe a couple of months to get to that stage where you can play level 5. Retro and Lim says Man United is still 0-0. And look at those dudes bunching up on the sidelines there. On the halfway line, sorry. Longrod says, hope the Blades win. Man United are fading giants. Ooh, more like sleeping giants. You've got to watch out for them. Very, very dangerous these days. Although I don't think they'll do very well in the league this year. Any Man United fans watching this, can you explain to me why these days Rooney's more of a midfielder when before he was an attacker? I don't understand that. There again, I'm very, very biased towards... Oh, what did you try and save that for? I'm very biased towards the England players because I support England and not Manchester United. Get this out. That was a pretty good goal, actually. I'm man enough to admit that that was an excellent goal. I think you need to go to Advanced Hair Studio, mate. Advanced Hair. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, mate, it's the best. That was my Shane Warne impression. So, Retro and Lim says, dangerous to the fans' health. And it's half-time, so I can read these comments. And Longrod says, because he wants to protect his new hair. I think he's referring to the goalkeeper who saved that shot unnecessarily. And it's hoof time here on the Bovine Harry Yack Retro and Lim live stream thingy-majig. Right. There are no shots on target in this. That's weird. But Ireland have almost had as many shots as I have. Well done, Northern Ireland. Prick wants to protect his new hair. Advanced hair. Yeah, yeah. Sub-time. Let's get the goalie on. And he can play up front. I forgot to check if he'd scored, didn't I? Well, let me know if he does. If Sin scores, it'll be a sin. Retro and Lim says, Rooney's butt plugs. I wonder if he pays as much for them. Sorry. I wonder if he pays as much for them as he does for his hair. Whoa, what was that all about? I think the AI died there. Well, no, I still love this game. No matter what you say about all the bugs and glitches, of which there are many, I still love the game to bits. Probably because of nostalgia, but also because I just enjoy playing the game still. We've got another penalty. Longrod says he wants to be closer to the senior citizen section. Okay, this time we're going to score. Take that off. Here we go. Oh, he's hit the post again. But maybe we'll follow up with the rebound here. Oh, nearly a chance for a third rebound or a second one. Oh, I'm not very good at penalties, am I? I've hit the woodwork twice from them. Yeah, I need a new tactic for that. But luckily, we're winning 3-1. Come on, change players. Luckily, we're winning 3-1, and we'll probably still win this anyway.
He sends the ball forward.
Is that wishful thinking? Possibly.
South Korea. What a cautious play.
Oh!
The pass doesn't quite make it.
Hey!
A lightning save.
I thought I was going to score there, but oh well.
That was close. Consummate skill there.
Longrod says, for the natural old hooker look. You're talking about Rooney, aren't you? I've just caught him down. Yes. We can say this because all the Wayne Rooney fans, the Manchester United fans, are away watching their team. Is it still 0-0, Steve? This is very important to the stream. If you're watching this stream in the year 2050, this is not going to make any sense to you whatsoever, is it? The Harry Yack FA Cup third round live stream. Except it's nothing to do with the FA Cup third round live stream.
Not enough legs on the pass. South Korea isn't open. What a poor display. Is he going to switch it across? He's taking it all the way.
The goalkeeper dived for no reason. Now, I've got a bone to pick with you, the English language, with the word dived. Now, apparently, the words dived and dove are both acceptable, although dived is more often used in the UK and dove is used in America, I do believe. Well, look, Guinness. A little bit stereotypical, don't you think, game? They were having a laugh. Oh, come on! Somebody run to take this free kick. Thank you. I think he just walked up to it then. If that's one thing I would change about this game, yeah, I think it is that. The way that they walk up. Oh! Accidentally fouled him again. Yee. Oh, we've had loads more comments here. Hold on, let me just do this attack here. Longrod van Jugenden, all 700 million of the Manchester United fans. I was speaking about fans to one of the programme sellers on the bridge at the DW Stadium the other day, saying that I estimate there are approximately, there's probably only about 50,000 Wigan Athletic fans in the world. What's that dude hiding in the wall for? Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's move on. Okay. But yes, I estimated that there are approximately maybe 50,000 Wigan Athletic fans in the world as we just brush aside Northern Ireland for another goal. But Man United have 700 million. So the marketability is huge. I don't know if you know, because it's probably irrelevant, but I write a twice-weekly football blog about Wigan Athletic. And I get about maybe 10,000 viewers a month on that. If it were a Manchester United blog, I'd probably get about 10 million viewers a month. Although having said that, the market is captured with Wigan Athletic. There's only about 5 or 6 Wigan Athletic websites out there. Oh! Careful. Oh, I didn't want to put the ball into my own net again, though. Longrod says, the Manchester United bandwagon is creaking, and Retro and Lim says nobody supports them there in Manchester. From my own experience of Manchester, well, there are actually quite a lot of Man United fans in Manchester. It's a myth. It is a myth that nobody supports them in Manchester. Because I've spoken to many, many Mancunians who are Man U supporters, particularly in the Salford area. So I think that's a myth. But it's so annoying that this is Wigan. I live in Wigan, which is about 25 miles away from Manchester. And every other person is a Manchester United fan just because they're successful.
Both sides making huge changes
But
today.
I guess we, Wigan Athletic that is, have a lot of bandwagon jumping fans. Hey, well, where did the... He wasn't there. He went to the toilet for a pee, that substitution. That substitute, rather. So, yeah. Manchester United. There's a lot of their fans here in Wigan. I don't know why. They simply are bandwagon jumpers. And I guess a lot of people jumped onto the Wigan Athletic bandwagon when we won the FA Cup. But we've got a quite decent crowd these days. I'm happy with our 8,000 supporters, core supporters at the home games, which is quite good for a town of our size, I'd say. It is a very, very small town. Industrial town. So, yes. Come on, dude. Put a cross in. Longrod van Hugenden says, Unlim is correct. Yeah, we're going on and on and on and on. We're going forever, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the goalkeeper with another of those show-off saves, chocolate teapot saves. Completely useless, but look good and taste great. Although, why would you want to taste the goalkeeper?
Korea
I
intercept
don't
the
know.
ball. Northern Ireland.
If David Seaman came up to you and said, "Would you like to suck on my fingers?" Would you do it? I wouldn't.
South Korea make from this move. He has players waiting for the cross.
Oh, I thought I was going to score again. There. But this has been a very, very easy game.
He passes it back.
Northern Ireland,
Moving at all times.
not very good in this game, I have to admit. Or maybe they're just having a bad day. Maybe all their best players are out injured. Oh, right at the goalie. Colin Dryber says, "Don't ask me, I speak Scottish." Do you know any Gaelic/Scottish words? Do you know any Gaelic/Scottish speakers? Do you watch BBC Alva? I've watched it a couple of times to watch the football games. Oh, that was fantastic, that shot. Yay! Oh, and here we go. Stahura Sua, my neighbours, Utis Nuts. What does that mean, Colin? It probably means Harry Yack is a complete blithering idiot. Why is he streaming at this time? He should be going and having his tea.
And the game we start.
On that subject, Longrod says, "Chewing the Fat and Still Game are two of my favourite comedies ever."
He's holding on for an opening. He's going all the way. He's had a crack.
Ooh, I think I watched Chewing the Fat when it was on. I don't remember a lot from it, but I do remember thinking it was quite good, yes. So yeah, I probably agree with you on that. And just to say, change the subject of that slightly,
It's a constant battle for possession.
one of my favourite comedies is Father Ted. Set in one of the Gaelic countries. Is that a controversial statement? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I like Father Ted.
A number of opportunities are available. He's looking for the
Retro and Lim says Seaman fingers. They're like fish fingers.
He's fed it left.
Would you like to suck my fish fingers, little boy? Yes, Mr. Seaman. Please take that comment and use it out of context to troll me. Because another goal's gone in. 6-1. Did you hear that? He said that must be the winning goal, as if the third, fourth, and fifth goals weren't the winning goal. Yeah, okay. Carry on living in your fantasy world, Mr. Commentator. It's a world that I'd love to live in. Colin Dryber says, "I don't know Gaelic. I speak Fifer." Is that like Fifer International Soccer, perhaps? Oh, those guys are shattered now. They can't even run. Yeah, let it go out. Still 0-0, Manchester United and Sheffield, for all the people who are interested. Longrod says, "Father Ted was legendary, and Alan Partridge is his favourite, though." Now, look, this might be sacrilege for someone from the Northwest like me, but I actually prefer Father Ted to Alan Partridge. Oh, we've used all our subs here, so we'll have to see the game out. He also says, Longrod, "Stop getting Bond wrong." I've got a Lexus outside. He didn't say that. Oh, we've got the clones on the touchline. Attack of the clones. They were doing exactly the same thing, the copycats. Now here comes Fagin from Oliver Twist. Yes, Father Ted was legendary. I believe they only did about, 18 episodes in total? And I have a bunch of them on VHS under the stairs, but I can't watch them because my VHS recorder, it won't play tapes. Donate. Full time has been blown. Retro and Lim says, "Aha, that was a goal." Oh, are you saying that there's been a goal in the Man U Sheffield United game? See, I don't know who I want to win that. We've got Sheffield United on Tuesday in the league. Retro and Lim says, "What's with the racist player names like Juan, Kim, Lee, and Yi?" Well, that's how these games work, isn't it? If you can't get the official player names, then make up silly ones. Forget offending people. That's the motto of the Retro and Lim live stream as well, incidentally. So, Longrod says, 3 series and 1 special of Father Ted. And they were all magical, I have to say. Oh, Father, not the toilet duck again. Top of the group. One game to play in this. Oh, look at that. Lee is second. Let's see who else is there. Hey, look. Yakuni. It's me. It's my Elias. Belling. You sure? Oh, look. Juan and Kim are also up there. And McLaren from Scotland. Next up. Bulgaria. Do we have to play these dudes again in this round? Ah, well. We'll slaughter them, no doubt. Let's make some running repairs to our team here. Retro One Lim says, go to the squad. So, okay, I'll let you have a look at these player names here. Song Take, Yang Yi, Choi, Ko Yun, Park Lee Hwan Chong, Hong Kim, Gu Young, and Sim. What? What's up with that? Not racist at all. Colin says, Father Ted is my favourite. Yes! On Team Ted. And Longrod says, Irish biscuits.
Welcome to this live broadcast.
And he also says he can send me them if I want, Yack. What, Irish biscuits? Yes. Yes, please. I bet they taste fantastic. Are they like Seaman fingers? If so, yes, I'd like 10 packs, please. Okay, it's Bulgaria again. So this is the second round of this particular qualifying stage. So yes, we have to play these dudes again. I think we're going to win this group. Don't worry. Oh no, sorry, it's not. We've not played Bulgaria yet. I'm getting them mixed up with Romania. But no doubt we'll probably win. Although not if we keep blasting the ball out of play like that.
Nothing to split these two teams. He swings it right. Ball is passed.
Well, that guy's completely bald.
He's taking it all the way.
So, yeah, that gives me the opportunity to say, just let me defend this. Yeah, that gives me the opportunity to say that the players in this game mostly correspond to the real-life players from 1996, or at least the player likenesses are roughly similar. However, there are one or two classic names in there, like, for example, Jack Charlton plays for England. I think he's called Charleston. And you've got Duckham in there. Now, I used to think he was a takeoff of Beckham, but I do believe this game, or at least the ISS series, was released before Beckham was famous. So maybe it isn't. Longrod says, a pair of feckin' women's knickers. I can't do the Irish accent, I'm sorry. You can. Hey, incidentally, guys, if you want to join me on the stream right now, then that's fine. I'll invite you. Just let me know. And then you can do impressions, your favorite impressions. I welcome any and all people, all comers, to the Retro and Limb Harry Yack live stream, sponsored by Retro and Limb. Because Retro and Limb is here, and he'll give me 10 quid if I say it. Hey! Colin says, I can send you fish tits. Are they like Seaman's fingers? Also, OI, bring back Skyrim Sunday. I'll tell you the reason why Skyrim Sunday hasn't returned. My intention was to turn it into a live series. Originally, it was supposed to be a live series, but because I couldn't stream it very well, I could only stream it in 240p for real men. But that's not very good, is it, for you guys? You want 720. Not that this is 720 or anything, but, you know, it's probably 480. Even though you can set 720, it's probably 480. But, yes, the reason why Skyrim Sunday has not returned to this point is because I've not figured out a way to actually stream it in good quality. And possibly when it does come back, it will be live. It was always intended to be a live series, and that's the way I want it to be in 2016. There's a story behind this. I have Skyrim for the PS3, and that's the version of the game I've been playing Skyrim Sunday for Skyrim Sunday up to now.
He passes it
However,
back to Bulgaria.
I wanted to
Passing well.
stream
Bulgaria
via my
send a long ball
Xbox
downfield.
360.
Bulgaria send a long
So I got the
ball
game again
downfield.
for the Xbox. Unfortunately, when I came to stream the thing from the Xbox, it just wouldn't work. I tried all the different resolution settings and
A cracking shot.
yeah, fantastic. All the different settings under the hood, just nothing would work. It refused. So that's why Skyrim Sunday has not returned in 2015, although it's May in 2016. If somebody gives me a tenner, I'll bring it back. Hey! Longrod asks, is Rolf Harris welcome? Well, if he brings his wobble board, then yes. But if he brings his Seaman's fingers, then certainly not. Because I don't like fish fingers. They're horrible. Sweeping it off the floor, as I've said. Oh, wow. Nearly snuck it in past him. Retro and Lim says, and Saville, is he welcome? Who, Peter Saville? The designer for Factory Records? Was that his name? I think it was. Yeah, he's welcome. I'd love him on. No, he's talking about Jimmy. Jimmy Saville. No, then, how's about that, then? Oh, and here comes South Korea. Barging him down the right wing here. Oh, now then, jangle, jewelry. Oh, now then. Sorry, I'm not doing commentary as him, because I can't. I can't even do Arnold impressions. Stop it!
He finished that beautifully. A vital goal for Bulgaria.
Longrod says, might be a touch late to invite Saville. But Retro and Lim says, dig him up. Yeah, get him on as a stiff. He'd probably talk more sense than when he was alive. Hey! That was a Woodland joke, if ever I heard one. Oh, dear. I must secretly have a crush on Woodland, because that's the 4th time I've mentioned him tonight. Today. Well, it's evening now, I guess. Now, come on. Don't lose concentration here. I know that was a good goal, but still, we have the reputation of the good nation of South Korea to uphold here.
He's cutting towards the goal.
Good tackle.
Now,
sometimes when you clear the ball like that, the ball will rebound off his head and into the goal, which is terribly frustrating. I believe that happened earlier, right at the beginning of the first half of this stream. Ugh. Don't want that to happen again. Okay, after this attack, we shall check the comments, because I can see a few more are rolling in. Guys, yes, if you want to join me to chat, actually on the stream, but what was he doing there, that bloke? Then I will welcome you with open arms. Longrod says, and pee on him and put him back in regards to Saville. Well, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. I mean, I wouldn't stop you. The police might. But, yeah. Oh, if you do it, please film it. Because I want to see it. Because I have sick fantasies like that. Colin Drybra says, what's my username for PS3? It's Harry Yack. Wait, hold on. It could be Hindlyak, the same as the URL. Oh, he just blatantly fouled me there and got away with it. But it could be Hindlyak or Harry Yack. I'm not sure which. It's been a long time since I made that. But another of my handles on the PlayStation Network is Nicotine Stains. So if you see Nicotine Stains on the PlayStation Network, it's possibly me. Unless there are other rogue nicotine stains out there. I vow to destroy them with my video game playing prowess. Longrod says he doesn't play online. I don't really play online either. I wish I could play this game online. I wonder if there's an N64 online, emulator. Colin also says he doesn't play much online. And Longrod says he's too old-fashioned and he doesn't support digital downloads. I've never bought a digital download, ever. I just buy the physical releases. It seems a bit alien to me. Oh, actually, no. I lie. I have bought digital products in the past. Oh, I bought International Cricket Captain 2006, a digital version, because I don't have the disc. And I played that loads. Incidentally, that wouldn't make a good scream. It would make a good scream. Cricket does not make for good screaming, I should say. No. Before this stream is out, I vow to show you how to score from corners. And there it is. Probably about 1 in 8 times that works, but if you just pick a strat, as they say in AGDQ, pick a strategy and stick with it, then you won't be disappointed if you miss. It's like with the lottery numbers. If you just pick the same numbers every week, then if you change them, you know what's going to happen. The old ones will come out. Oh, don't do it! Physical media for life. Yay, long rod. Actually, yeah, I've got a load of demos that were digital that I just downloaded online. I download free stuff all the time. But does that really count as buying something digitally? What else have I bought digitally? I bought the digital version of the Bedrooms to Billions disc, but actually I got the physical one as well. Yeah, the digital download came with the physical release, so I guess that doesn't count. And I've not actually watched the extras disc of Bedrooms to Billions, the fantastic documentary about the British gaming scene in the 80s and 90s, though mostly the 80s. Amstrad not included, sadly. They should do an Amstrad one to make up for it. Colin says, I'm playing Final Fantasy out on PS3 just now. Well, sadly, I can't play against you on it. I'm playing this game. Oh, that is horrible. There's a lot of nasty fellows flying in. Oh, how did he get it? Alrighty, so that wasn't a lovely pass at all. It was awful.
South Korea send a long ball down.
Oh, here we
go.
Now that is one tactic that you can use playing this game. Boots the ball forward and hope that your single man or one of the 2 men that you have waiting gets it, and you go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's surprising how many times that will happen. Oh dear, an injury here. So, while we're making this substitution, it's time for more comments. Oh, sin. It's a sin. You're coming on. Yes, more comments. Longrod says, I pirated that, then bought it because it deserved the money. I think he's talking about Bedrooms to Billions. Yes, he confirms it is Bedrooms to Billions. Well, I've actually done that, not with Bedrooms to Billions, but technically, if you download a ROM of a game to preview it before buying it, you've pirated it. But who's going to profit? Not the original developer, so that doesn't count. But in terms of new games, I don't think I've ever pirated a new game. I've messed around with abandonware and older games from the 90s. Now nobody cares about them. But I've never actually pirated a new game! Honest Gov, if any police are watching. Yeah, I've never pirated a new game. Oh, I pirated tons of stuff in the 90s, I'm sure. Okay, get that clear. Oh, excellent overhead kick. Oh, here we go!
Ball is passed on. And again.
Yes. Colin says, oh, hold on. Let's score a goal first. Yeah. Colin says, I actually play cricket and rugby. And hold on, I'll tell you the second part of that when I've tackled him. A Scot playing cricket. Oh, right. Are you a fan of the Scottish cricket team, perhaps? Are you a fan of any of the domestic cricket teams? I do believe that Scotland played in some of the English one-day leagues, the British one-day leagues. But, yeah, it's been a bit weird like that, because in the past they've allowed Danish teams and Dutch teams in there, which is rather strange, you might think. But, yeah, Danish and Dutch teams in the English cricket cups.
The referee looks at his watch.
I only know that because I'm a closet cricket fanatic. So, do you support the England cricket team then, Colin? I would guess. Oh, here we go. Oh, I tried to loop it over his head. That's another way that you can score. One of the 2 or 3 ways that you can score in South Korea. So note that down in your copybooks, because I'll probably do that a little bit later on. I'll try and play for it.
It looks like they're changing players.
Longrod says, exactly, and if it's bad, they don't deserve the money. So, yeah, you're talking about previewing games. Oh, let's use our last sub here. Let's take the risk. Who's going to go into midfield? Well, technically it is illegal, but I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people that do it. Even those that say they don't, probably do. If you were to put every pirate in jail, then the whole world would have to be a jail, basically. Because I'm sure we've all pirated something at some point. Even if it's just beer or Seaman fingers or something.
The seconds are ticking away for Bulgaria.
Seaman's fingers. There's a Photoshop in that, a very rude one, I'm sure. Right, so we're coming towards the end of this game, and barely anything has happened. I've just blathered on about nothing, as usual. What's different for the Yack live stream? But it looks like we're going to win. Really. I hope you've picked up a few tips so far on this live stream of how to play the game. And actually, I hope you've been inspired to go out and buy/play the game again. Because I must admit that I'm slightly addicted to the game. It's one of those games I come back to every year, like International Cricket Captain, the Cricket Captain series, and oh, what else? What else do I come back to? Super Mario Brothers, I guess. Oh no, what's happening here? Ha! Just clear the ball. We're okay. With style, just boot it forward. Crumbs. Here we go. Get it back off him. And again. Oh, we nearly did it. Colin says, I play for Glen Roths, or Glen Roths. Sorry. My pronunciation is T-Rebel. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that was awful. He plays for Glen Roths. The first 11 just got promoted to the Scottish Premier League. Not me. I play in the fourth 11. Oh, well done. Well done. So, what's your highest score? I'd like to know. I actually considered getting into physically playing cricket. I told you that I used to play Sunday League football, and for a bit I trained with the local cricket team. I never actually got as far as playing in any games, because I was only there for about a month and never got good enough. But I always enjoyed playing the inter-house cricket at school. I believe I was one of the better players because we used to play with the tennis ball over the backfield every other night. Sometimes it was cricket, sometimes it was football. But I never actually played competitively apart from that. And my highest score must have been about 16 because there were 8 over games in the inter-house. I got 3 wickets once, though. Colin says he always supports whoever England is playing, like a true Scot. So I guess you're supporting South Africa currently. Good on you. Oh, look at this. We've made it to the Open. Or maybe the International Cup is open. I don't know, but whatever. It's open. And I think we've actually made it to the proper tournament. That was the qualifier, the second round of qualifiers. And now we can play in the actual thing. Hey, you've waited all this time. And this is the cup proper. And that's the cup that we're playing for in all its 3D textured glory. Magnificent. So who's first up? Oh. This could end right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the toughest test that we've faced so far. I think we're going to need a bit of concentration because Holland, one of the top 5 teams in the game. Thankfully, Van Vick is injured. Let's go. Come on. Re-roll the sleeves up for the 3rd time. Because this is where it gets difficult.
First half kicks off. Holland
Fischer.
playing from right to
I guess
left.
that's just
South
a
Korea are
Dutch
playing
version
from
of
left
Fischer.
to right. He still has possession.
Oh, well,
He's running well.
yeah.
Dispossessed.
If anybody knows where they got the names for these players from, write in and tell
He's
me,
keeping him in check.
because I kind of would like to know.
The ball is passed on.
Yeah, chip.
Tight play from Holland. A valiant attempt.
Hollands. That's another strange pronunciation from the commentator. Enunciation. I
Teams
guess.
are in deadlock.
Or
He's looking
inflection
for a
is
break.
the right word there.
What an
Yeah, my
opportunity.
vocabulary is failing me once again, as it tends to do in these commentaries.
What can South Korea make from this move? He has players
Skipping through
waiting
these
for the cross. A defensive
Dutch
mistake.
tulips.
They cleared it again. The sliding tackle.
Yes.
South Korea.
You can tell I'm concentrating now. Oh, here we go. Almost. Colin says he's more of a fielder. He's only played for 2 years. He hit 6 in his last game. Sadly, it's his record. So, you're more of a fielder. Did you consider bowling? I guess I considered myself more as a bowling all-rounder when I played, but if I actually got to any good level, I would have concentrated on one or the other, possibly bowling. Although, I hear that absolutely destroys you, bowling. I mean, you're not going to still want to be bowling when you're at the age of 60. By that point, you want to still just be batting, really, and just field it slip, just stand there and watch people eat your sandwich. So that was the plan anyway, but failed at the first hurdle. Never even got through to the 4th team. No! Okay, I'll explain what just happened there. Oh! I was mashing buttons in the hope of getting the ball away, and he accidentally threw the ball out. We shall forget that ever happened again. Longrod says, Longrod van Hugenden, that is, says he has to go, so take care, lads. Thank you very much for dropping into this stream. It's been fun. Now, this may end right here if I can't beat these dudes, but hopefully I can. And let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Nothing to worry about, kids. Yes, thank you, Longrod. Thank you, and I hope you drop in for Retro London Live 50 when we do it, possibly at the start of next month. And yeah, that's probably the next time I'm going to be streaming.
Player is in.
Cheers.
He's running well. 2 minutes played so far. Wonderful cover. He passes it back. They're closing him down. The ball is passed on. He swings it.
I believe I'm just going to have a bit of a stint where the ISS commentator takes over, because I would like to concentrate. No, that's why I would like to concentrate. But Colin says, I play rugby. I'm used to being in a lot of pain. Okay. Yeah, so are you still going to be a bowler or a fielder, I guess, at 60? Got to think to the future. Costado says, wow. Hi, Costado. Thanks for dropping in here on this Saturday afternoon. How you doing? I've not spoken to you in a while. So, yeah, what's been happening, dude? I'm just going to have a bit of quiet time while I try and win this, because believe it or not, I am actually trying to win this. And this is Holland, remember? One of the best teams in the world. Yeah, most of the time they actually give you the ball back, but they didn't on that occasion. From the throw-in, and you swines, stop fouling me. Oh, what are you doing, you fool? Hey! Yes, I'll say it was a defensive mistake. That was stupid. So, Colin is off. Thank you very much for the company on this Saturday afternoon, this Retro and Lim / Harry Yack live stream. I don't know why I keep saying it's Retro and Lim. It's not. I just get used to saying that after a certain period of time. Very, very glad that you could join me, and thank you for watching this far. Oh, crikey, how long have I been streaming? Maybe 4 hours. Well, let's see if we can finish this off. Yeah, this is properly getting serious now, isn't it? Gustado's left in the comment, but let's score before we read it out. Hopefully!
Goal! Goal! He finished that beautifully, and Black changes everything.
Gustado says, yes, Holland were one of the best teams. They're still quite good these days. It's interesting that Belgium are actually better than them these days. A relatively small country. But there again, Holland are quite small, I guess. I don't know what the populations are. Colin says he'll be dead or senile at 60. Well, possibly me too, but yeah, well, if you watch any Sunday League cricket game, there's always one or two that, well, they've retired, haven't they? And they're still playing in the actual first, second, third and fourth tier teams. But yeah, do we have a seniors? Yeah, we do have a seniors. I'll tell you, we do have a senior. Oh, that was lucky. At my local cricket club, we do have a seniors team. And maybe I'll play for that one day. Who knows? Maybe I'll get into cricket again. I need to do something to exercise these days, really. Although cricket, I guess, isn't very good for exercising. Just stand there and hit a ball. Hit it to the boundary. If you remember the amount of fat cricketers, the number of fat cricketers who were actually very, very good. Yeah, well, that's how it works. So it's not really biased against thin people, cricket. You can be fat and great at it. Just like if you're a goalkeeper. Right, Colin, cheers. See you next time. Look out for Bogey's uncle on PS3. Oh, I guess that's your handle. Yes, I will. Yes, Custado says. Oh, I forgot. Custado is Dutch. So, apologies if I beat your team in this game, but that's what I'm trying to do. Not that I hate them or anything. It's just, you know, for the sake of this video, because it's more interesting. If I win, because I can get farther in the cup. 17 million people in the good nation of Dutchland. You compare that to Britain. Oh, in England, I think there's 50 million. So by that token, you'd expect England to be a better football team because they've got a bigger pool of players to draw from. But guess what? Not a bit of it. Holland, still a fantastic football team. Oh, man.
He's going all the way. Goal! 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 It's a hat-trick. He finished that beautifully. South Korea steal the advantage.
It's a hat-trick. I always found that strange how he said that particular line. It's a hat-trick. I'm an American gangster. Haha, see? You're going to play this game and you're going to enjoy it, see? See? My gun's going to talk, see? Listen to me, see? Why are those dudes bunching up there? We'll never tackle them.
He looks unsupported. He's going all the way. He finishes the through ball. A cracking shot. Nice save. Good force.
It wasn't necessarily a cracking shot. That commentator does say shots are cracking when you just tap them. Oh, well. It's very, very good for 1995. No, I'm not going to complain. It's just one of the idiosyncrasies, one of the fun things in the game. Makes it characteristic and unique, I guess. I mean, if all games were as professional as FIFA, then I probably wouldn't play them. You play these games because they suck, don't you? Oh, you know that awesome Games Done Quick? They should do a crappy Games Done Quick. Let's do that, actually, as the YouTube community. Let's get together and create crappy Games Done Quick here in Europe. Oh, the music. Now, we don't need to make any substitutions. But I'm going to let them do that, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, that was more than a second, wasn't it? More than a second. Oh, don't make me get the guitar out. Right, let's have a look at the comments. Oh, nothing new. Let's enter something here. I can. It's not letting me enter anything. Hello. Yes, just announcing my arrival to everybody in the chat. Just to make sure that's working really. Right, let's continue this game. I'm sure Costado has gone because I'm beating his team. Sorry.
Now for the second half, and the teams have changed ends.
So, in addition to the various different game modes in this game, the standard ones like World Cup, sort of a playoff cup type thingy, World League, which is an 80-game league, huge. You also have the scenario mode where you can take various different teams, classic teams, take control of them in classic games. So basically, there is an England versus Holland one from Euro 96, the one where Holland were losing 4-1, and your task is to take Holland and win that game from a seemingly unwinnable position. And that, I believe, is one of only 2 or 3 of the scenarios I've yet to do on level 5. The classic scenarios. And I've been trying for years to beat all those. I get really frustrated with them for some reason. I generally get very frustrated with games in general, as you probably have noticed. Costado says, it's working! Yay! Thank goodness. So Costado, when was the last time you streamed? Unfortunately, I've fallen out of the loop with the old Twitch streaming these days. Actually, am I even subbed to you on Twitch? Remind me to do that if I'm not. I should get back into Twitch streaming, really. It's kind of appealing to do a 24-hour live stream at some point, because you can do that on Twitch. Although you do need to do stream resets every now and again, I gather. Yeah, Retro and Lim will probably do maybe an 8-hour or 12-hour charity live stream at some point, maybe in 2016. We've been talking about it for years. Hey, look, here's De Beer. Hold on a minute. Wasn't she a presenter on Crime Watch or something? Oh no, that's Alice Beer. Oh dear, this is getting bad, isn't it? Right. Those free kicks offer an opportunity for your defenders to score goals, which generally does not happen because they're all back. In fact, when I'm playing this game, the attackers get more tired than the defenders because they do more running. Because I like to get the ball in midfield and then run. And if any of my defenders get it, I just safety first clear it. And if ever you plan to play me at this game, you're probably building up a fantastic profile of how to beat me. Hello, goalie. Goodbye, goalie. Costado says, the last time I streamed was all the way back in October, I do believe. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I last streamed as well. In an ideal world, I'd love to stream every week. But the thing is, I don't have the stamina for it, really. I look back on the old Retro and Lim live streams that we did, and at a point, I thought we were going to score. At a certain point, we were streaming every sort of fortnight, and in fact, maybe even every week at one point, right at the beginning. That's why we've managed to do 50 in 2 years. I was talking earlier today about how if we went back to that, I'd want somebody to pay me for it. Because, my word, on the quiet, streaming takes up a lot of your time to plan it. I mean, I've done no planning for this. Well, no formal planning. I've had it as an idea to do for a while. But here's another goal! Oh, shot too early. Story of Dominic Diamond's life.
That could have decided it. 3 minutes played so far. Forward.
And once again, I completely forgot what I was talking about. But goalies! My goodness. It's not possible to take control of the goalkeeper, I don't think, in that situation. Or at least you can, but it's totally random. If you press the L or R button, it could move the cursor over to the goalkeeper, or it just could move it over to an unrelated defender. So it's better just to let the goalie, the computer goalie, do its own thing. So if anybody out there does want to pay us for the Retro Win live stream, we'd gladly accept sponsors. We get about 200 on the bog standard streams these days, viewers-wise. But on the specials, we're getting about 1,000. And the most recent one to date has had about 800. So yeah, 800 people could be listening to your business. Oh, I'm only joking. Nobody would pay to have their name on the live stream. In fact, you don't need to pay. Just... Oh, didn't run far enough again. Yeah, no need to pay. Just let me know and I'll announce you. Right, so I must remind you guys that if you actually want to join me to chat live on the stream, I will gladly invite you to the Hangouts. All you need is a Google account and you can be chatting with me about nonsense on this FA Cup third round day. Very, very magical weekend, I should say. Although I'm not watching any of the games, there are plenty more tomorrow, so I can catch up. So, how are Manchester United doing, I wonder? Steve, do you know? He's knackered, him. Well, I still think we're going to win this game, knackered blokes or not.
Forward makes the pass to midfielder. How much time has been added on? He goes in hard. He's looking around for opening. Will he cross it?
Yeah, he ran for a second too long, and he fell into my clutches. It's fine.
A number of opportunities are available.
Oh dear, you've messed up again, Holland. You're masters of your own downfall. And actually, it could have been about 10-2 this game, because I screwed up on a few occasions. Hey! Costado says, yeah, I was streaming every Sunday, but it did become a chore after a while. I think that's why we stopped doing it every other week, because, I mean, I had a lot more time back then to do it, I will admit. But I could make time, I guess, if somebody really, really wanted me to. Because if people ask me to do stuff, I generally do it. Whereas I have less motivation when it's my own project. I don't know why that is. I don't know if anybody else out there can relate, but yeah. And I guess people out there would struggle to keep up. If I was still at uni, I definitely would have watched these streams every week. If Collar UK did live streams, then that would have been a staple fixture on my television. Now, welcome back at Suma Korean. Yes, indeed, I have been streaming all this time. I came back for more because I'm crazy. And he says, glad to see you got the comments working. Yep, I've figured it out. For all you people out there, for reference, what you have to do is initiate the stream via your own dashboard, via Video Manager, is it? The Video Manager. Go to Streaming, and then go to Events. Then select Quick Mode for Streaming, Google Hangouts, and it's just a regular Google Hangout. And you'll have live chat.
And there it is. Full time has been blown. An easy win for South Korea. South Korea make it through to the next round.
You heard the man. We're through to the next round. I think it's the quarterfinal, maybe. But we're getting closer. And I have a funny feeling we might do this, but let's not jinx it, eh? He also says, Mr. Ben at Suma Korean, you're dominating ISS64. Kill Supreme. Yes, of course. Not even Holland can beat me. Oh, look who we're playing next. It's Ich liebe Deutschland. Yeah, we're not watching that animation again. Don't save, continue game. Ah, we're quite near the top of the scorers league there. Oh, T. Keegan's there. Well done, Keegan. Gonna go to a long retirement. So yeah, this is, as you can see, a lot more difficult. Holland and now Deutschland. Nobody ever said it would be easy. And if we win this, we'll probably have to play England. If you remember earlier, in the previous stream, we lost to England. But first, we've got to beat Germany. South Korea! South Korea! Says Ben. Yeah, one of the idiosyncrasies of the game. No, get off. Yes. It's my ball. You know when they say that. We used to say that at school. The guy, hold on. The guy whose ball that we were playing with, football that is, would say, it's my ball, I make the rules. And that generally would happen. Now, come on, Yack, concentrate. You want to win this, don't you? You want to win it for all the people out there in Harry Yackland. All the 2 people watching right now. Hi! Oh, and all the people who are here in spirit. Still no idea how Manchester United are doing. Probably very well, considering Steve hasn't posted. All right, come on. South Korea have a lot to do. Well, at least we don't have to pull back 5 goals like certain other teams.
He's taking it all the way. Will he take a shot? He passes it back.
Come on.
Good foresight.
This is Harry Yack playing seriously now. When he goes quiet, you know it's serious. But we'll get a few goals and then we can resume the commentary.
He tries for possession.
Come on, ISS, dude. Commentate better in the absence of myself. Let's get past that.
Yes, dispossessed. Lovely pass. Will he go it alone? Yes, incredible skill. He's running well. What an opportunity. Yes, a magnificent save.
Thought he was going to dive past me there. Custado is bringing to my attention the fact that one of the Flemish teletext services is to meet its demise. Yeah, I read about that on Twitter this week. It's very, very sad to hear these old teletext services biting the dust. There are still quite a lot around Europe for this internet age. You'd expect them to have phased it out by now almost totally, but a lot of European countries still utilize teletext as a primary form of communication, telecommunication. Yeah, except for subtitling. Little fact, ladies and gentlemen, traditional analog teletext still broadcasts in the form of subtitles in this country. So, don't do it now because you're watching this stream, but afterwards, put BBC One on and hit the text button, 888, and you'll get subtitles. So, the generators are probably still there. Sorry, the servers, not the generators. What is this? Oh! That's the second time I've done that. Oh, what Suma Korean says, Man U is still 0-0. Right, come on. Can't let these Germans win here.
A valiant attempt, but thwarted. The ball is passed on. The battle for control rages on. South Korea still have time to pull it back. Is he going to switch it across? He's looking around for openings. Will he cross it?
Can you hear my buttons clicking there? I'm sure that's very, very satisfying for all you joypad porn fans out there. Let's lose this bloke. Oh! That's not fair, that. This is getting serious now, you can tell. Dude, you're gone, and you are too... No.
Incredible skill. Midfielder has removed the danger. Germany.
Oh, crumbs. Run across. That bag.
He plays the long ball. A brave passing attempt.
Oh, here we go.
He looks unsupported. He's going all.
Oh, hey!
Cracking shot. Goal!
Okay, we can talk again now. So, Suma Korean says, when the commentator says, good foresight, my brother always used to joke that he said Bruce Forsyth. And guess what? Me too. I still do. I still say that. Bruce Forsyth. And also Atsuma says, oh, come on. How is that not a penalty? You can tell this is a bit more difficult now. Mostly because I'm losing concentration, but I think we'll still do it. As you can see. Oh, those idiots. Stop bunching up. It's winding me up that now. Hey! You need some better defenders, Germany. Hey! There you go, Atsuma. That makes up for it, doesn't it? But knowing my luck on these penalties, I don't think anything good's going to come of it. Oh, let's see what happens. Is he going to be sent for an early bath here on FA Cup third round day? Oh, You should have sent him off, ref. Steven Seagal. Right, come on. Oh! Oh dear. That was a Punchenesque penalty if ever I saw one.
It's over the bar.
Yeah, I'm glad that everybody's not bothered that I blasted the ball over the bar there. Anyway, never mind. We've still got plenty of time to come back here. South Korea still have time to pull it back. But it's going to require all of our video gaming prowess. Oh, come on. Ooh, that would have been a cracker of a goal. But we're in trouble here.
Here's an opportunity for Germany.
Oh, yes, that was lucky. Yeah, so Atsuma Korean says, have you been watching the darts this year? No, unfortunately not. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I generally do around Christmas. Sadly, no darts for Harry Yack on the Christmas schedules. Oh, no!
He's taking it all the way. He's got right behind that.
Now we're okay. Clear it. No darts for the Harry Yack schedule over Christmas. Although I do enjoy a bit of darts, and I used to play it. I used to have a dartboard in my room when I was a teenager. I wasn't very good at it, I will admit, and I was terrible at matches, but I used to practice in my bedroom. I used to practice certain other things in my bedroom as well, but I'll not elucidate. I used to eat Seaman fingers. Oh, speaking of Seaman, there he is. Atsuma Korean will not get that joke. It'll be very, very rude to him. That reference. Oh, that was so lucky. Okay, just clear it and we're okay again. I do believe that Ben, Atsuma Korean, is a big fan of this game. Oh, here we go. And he can confirm that or deny it is appropriate. Whoa.
Incredible skill. The ball is passed off. Man on.
Aha, but I'd like to ask him, if he is indeed a fan, if he's ever completed the World League, if he's ever had the stamina to complete that. All 79 games or however many. Oh, crumbs, sorry about that. Just knocked my mic. Don't worry, the house is not burning down. There is no mouse, only my computer mouse.
Keeping the ball moving at all times. Slides in.
Oh, here we go.
He's looking for the break. He's taking it all the way. Just the keeper to beat. Goal! 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 He finished that beautifully. And that changes everything.
Atsuma Korean says, was it Waddle who did that, aka missed a terrible penalty in the 90 World Cup? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And he also had a fantastic film career. No, sorry, not film career, music career. Hoddle and Waddle. Didn't they get a #1? Diamond Lights, was that a #1? Oh, I wish those dudes would stop doing that. Anyway, there's more comments from Atsuma here, but we'll just get the ball clear first. Atsuma Korean has completed the World League a few times, and all the scenarios on 64 and 98, ISS64 and ISS98. Oh, well done. I've not completed the scenarios yet. Level 5? Oh, sorry, I forgot to say level 5. That's an important part of the question. Because I could probably do it on level 3 easily. Yeah! Oh, listen to me bragging. You braggart Yack. So we're winning now in the first half. But, oh, geez.
Wonderful cover. He's holding on for an opening. What a cracker! Nice.
Oh, saved by the bell.
South Korea leading by
Retro and Lim says, United haven't scored a first half goal at Old Trafford since September. A fantastic fact. But only if you're interested in Manchester United and their associated demise. Hey, Atsuma Green says, maybe some scenarios on the stream. Perhaps. If I go out of the International Cup early, maybe. But first, let's win this thing. Let's do this for the people of YouTube. You need to know. And yeah, Atsuma Korean confirms that yes, indeed, he did all the scenarios, etc. on level 5. Easy enough with the goalie exploits, which I'm sure you've seen lots and lots of in this stream. In fact, I'll confirm it. Yes, you have.
Now for the second half, and the teams have changed ends. Germany attacking the right.
Okay, so Costado asks, is the goalkeeper really that easy to outwit? And I would say, definitely so. The defenders are as well. And they fixed a lot of this in 98, from what I can gather. But I'm sure, as I play that game a lot more, I will find more exploits, new exploits. And, Ben, if you know of them, I'd love to hear them. For 98, that is. Oh, what's he doing? Some of the decisions of these defenders, my word. Nasty foul. And Atsuma Korean confirms that, yes, indeed, the goalkeepers are so easy to outwit. All you need to do is change direction when you're coming up to them. Once you've got the neck, it's very, very simple. And I wouldn't call it cheating, really. It's just how to win the game.
He finished that beautifully. South Korea steal the advantage.
Atsuma Korean says, yes, I think you can still round the goalkeeper easily in ISS98, but maybe not as easily. I'll probably pick up that game this year, yeah. You saw me stream it a little bit earlier, but as you can tell, I'm nowhere near the level that I'm at with this game. I can't even win on level 3. Oh, the poor nation of the United Arab Emirates have been disgraced by me. Don't watch the first part of this stream. Mostly because it goes way off tangent and starts talking about wrestling, streaming wrestling games with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, he kept up with me that time, the goalkeeper. Hey, look, the score is 4-2. Reminds you of a certain cup final? Hey, I don't think it's over yet, though. This guy's going to be difficult to outwit. No, you should have continued running, you fool.
They're closing him down.
Yes, you'll find that in this game, certain things become very, very easy once you figure out how to do certain techniques. Oops. Yes, the game becomes very easy once you've figured out the techniques. And you could say that for most football games, really. In fact, probably all of them. Even the new ones, it just takes a lot longer to find the exploits. Although I'm sure that some of the hardcore FIFA players out there will have found the exploits by maybe the second week of release. No doubt some people who have done that are watching right now. Sorry, just concentrating.
They're keeping the ball moving at all times. A number of opportunities are available. He tries for possession.
Get him. Oh, you can hear my control pad creak. That nostalgic sound of the control pad creaking as you're pushing the buttons to the limit. The N64 pad is a little bit like that. It's a very robust pad, but nonetheless, it creaks like any joypad.
What an opportunity! Yes,
I tried to shot, but it didn't. Tried to shoot, but it did not work. I also tried to foul that bloke on purpose. Dieter Marsbar. Can you see what I'm doing here? Okay. Back to the comments, I think. Sorry, I moved away from the microphone there. You probably couldn't hear what I was saying. Oh, more comments. 58 minutes, 0-0 in the Manchester United video game. I mean, football video. Well, you know what I'm on about, don't you? Man United are 0-0 in real life. Oh, cripes, that was a good ball. Where's my man? Here he is. Hey! I just went to push him over. Atsuma Korean says you can push them over from the front. I recall him saying that in a comment earlier that I did not read out. And it's never a foul. But if you push them from the back, it is.
He plays the long ball. The referee looks at his watch. The pass doesn't quite.
Oh, is there some ghosting going on there? There is on my television.
He's going all the way.
I am running it through my VCR, though. Maybe not on the stream. Maybe that's edited out. Oh, yes. Live on the spot editing is going on here. Roll it. Yes. But Sue McCreen asks, what cup final could that be? Well, I wonder. I don't know. Maybe it's the 1990 cup final. Well, 94, I think. I've forgotten, sorry.
He's holding on for an opening. He's going to make the run. Yes, dispossessed.
Oh.
A cracking shot. Goal!
Right in the corner. Take that, you Dutchman. And Sue McCreen says, okay, it says nobody's watching right now, which is a lie, because I am watching. I have to have the video up so I can look at the comments. You liar, Google. You lie to us all. But Sue McCreen says, pity we haven't done anything since the 66 World Cup final. Oh, well, we won it in World Cup Italia 90, if you remember. Yeah, various different times. Oh, keep your concentration. There's still time.
We're into stoppage time. Slides in, he sends the ball forward.
Well, here's a chance for one last goal. Never mind. But Sue McCreen says, I haven't played FIFA as much in recent years, but to me at least, it's way harder than it used to be. Yes, that is true. You used to be able to play the game for a week and figure out how to beat it. And that was even the case for PES 6, games as early as PES 6. But now, they've become so proficient at fine-tuning the game to make it slightly more difficult each time. It is essentially the same game, but the mechanics are slightly different. And if you're an experienced FIFA player, then yeah, you can spot them. Now, let's have a look at a replay at this, because I think I scored a back heel. Oh, does that count as a back heel? Let's have another look. Yeah, I'm going to call that a back heel. How magnificent is that? A brilliant whitewash for South Korea, says Sue McCreen, and also the commentator. I think we can break out the champers now for this particular round anyway. Keep some more champagne on ice for later on in the tournament. Because no doubt we're going to win. I'm going to keep trying that loop until I actually get a goal and show you that it is possible to do it. And it is so satisfying when you do.
And there it is. Full time has been blown.
And Sue McCreen says, how...
South Korea, make it through to the semi-final.
Sorry, I just wanted you to hear what the commentator was saying. 2 more games to go and we've done it. Come on, baby. Come on. So yes, how could... Sue McCreen says, how could I forget 12-3 against West Germany in the quarters of the World Cup Italia 90 World Cup. England are unstoppable in that. In this, they're probably out. Actually, let's see. Guess who we play next? It is indeed Angleterre. It's the rematch, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get our revenge. Now, let's see. Let's add some more dudes to our lineup. That'll do. I'll be fine. But Sue McCreen says, gotta love how the commentator's asking what Germany can do when the ball's been cleared already. Yes, because of the buffering of the commentary, like the buffering of the shots and moves.
First half kicks off. England.
It can lead to some very, very humorous situations like that. But right, we should have these blokes on toast. England suck these days. Surely.
He's going all the way. Will he take a shot? Ball's passed off. The sliding tackle.
Oh, a wonderful tackle there.
The through ball.
Don't cross.
Tackle looks good.
No, don't cross. Run. Oh, there was a bloke waiting for me. He's onto me now. He's gotten onto my tricks. After all, we've played them once. He just fouls me there. Yeah, well, it's very, very liberal with the fouls this game. What is a free kick in this crazy world? Well,
He's created a
It's very,
run
very
here.
subjective, isn't it? It's not individual
What an opportunity.
referees. Or if that went to that bloke, then it would have been an easy goal.
A
But it did
well-read
not, so
interception.
we didn't
He's
score.
caught it again.
Ugh.
He's looking
Hey,
for openings. Deciding
get out of
will
it.
he take a shot? One
Why are 4 people within about a meter of each other there? 4 of my own men. Guys, spread out a bit.
The pass is flowing well.
Okay, tackle that.
He's looking around for openings. Will he cross it?
It's fine.
They've
Just
cleared
blast it
again.
clear. Whenever you can, just clear the ball.
He
Because,
plays the long ball.
that's ours, yeah.
Throw into South Korea.
because yes, it can be very dangerous when they go one-on-one with the goalkeeper. People like Brazil, who we may well play in the final, if we get that far, they will pretty much every time score against you, unless you're having a lucky day.
The score remains 0-0. Midfielder makes the
I'm
pass
sure
to
Seaman
forward.
will testify.
He's for an opening. South Korea have endless stamina. Consummate skill there. He's going all the way. What an opportunity. Goal! He finished that beautifully. South Korea are on the score sheet.
But Seaman says, do you reckon England might finally win a Euro this time round? I doubt it, but I guess you never know. No, I don't think they'll win, but before, I actually didn't think we would get past the first round. However, now, seeing how well some of the England players are doing in the domestic game, I'm a bit more hopeful that we might get to maybe the quarters, which would be a pretty good achievement, I'd say. And then old Hodgson can go out on a high. Hey, see that then? He was trying to steal a shot. Yes, Hodgson will be able to go out on a high, if indeed he's leaving after this tournament. I don't know if he is or not. I believe he is. However, there are lots of domestic players doing quite well at the moment. My favourite player in the Premier League, Mr. Harry Kane, and he's not my favourite just because he's called Harry. He has the same name as me. But yeah, I think he's going to have a good World Cup if he doesn't get injured. People like Dele Alli, he's a good hot prospect, I reckon. He might surprise a few people.
He's gone right behind that.
Come on, quick, get back. Kyo! That's it. There's one man. Where is he?
He looks
There
unsupported.
he is.
He's taking it all the way. He slides in. What a cracker! Oh, how unlucky! He's hit it hard. Goal! Goal! There was no stopping the shot. Let's even the score.
Oh dear. See, what happened was all our players were upfield and I panicked slightly,
And the game restarts.
did a hard tackle when I should have done a soft tackle at the wrong time, and that let them in. And then once you've done that, it's a coin toss, basically, whether they're going to score. So, well, luckily, I think Seaman has actually left a comment about this, but I'll have a look in a minute. Even if they score a couple of goals, you're able to override that by the fact that you can score a million. I went the wrong way there. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, even though they might score a couple, you can go up the other end and score 10 more, Seaman says. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, they've just scored there, but you can make up for the fact by scoring many of your own. That was the first shot that they had as well, wasn't it? Oh, that's an excellent ball, though.
He's going all the way. Goal! Oh, goal! Goal! And that changes everything.
Seaman says, I think apart from Germany and Spain, there aren't any other teams drastically better than us currently. Well, Belgium are really quite good, and I would honestly keep an eye out for Wales, who, on paper, you would say that they're not that great a team, but actually, in real life, they're fantastic. Yeah, you've got to say that, haven't you? Because they're one of the home nations. And they will give England a test. They might. I'm saying that they're the underdogs, but maybe they'll go into that game higher in the FIFA rankings. Oh, come on.
Good foresight.
Maybe they'll go into that group stage against England.
Will he take a shot?
Not the underdogs, but the favourites.
A decisive kick there.
Oh, keep it in.
It's gone out of play.
No.
That's out for a goal kick.
Seaman Korean says, clearly, you're just trying to make the match more exciting. Well, yeah. Honestly, that's what's happening. Oh, I'll win, really. I'm just playing with them, you know. Because it's England. You've got to let England score, haven't you? It's the home nation. No such liberties for Northern Ireland earlier, though. No people supporting me? Nope. I think we'll do okay. Yes, as Seaman Korean says, even Italy are quite good nowadays. Italy have always been quite good. But, yeah, they beat us at the last tournament, didn't they, if I remember correctly? Now, concentrate, Yack. Let's win this game for the good of the country of South Korea. I think it's because my dudes are bunching up. Well, I'm going to blame that.
England create anything here, man on. He's keeping him in check. South Korea on the end of the long pass. The pass doesn't quite make it.
Well, hopefully, the moments that I break off from commentary, the automatic volume leveling function is making sure that the ISS commentator, ooh, that was a good ball, if you can get to it, the ISS commentator takes over the volume. I don't know if that's the case because I can't watch the stream as I'm streaming. I'll listen to it anyway. Otherwise, strange looping effects occur. I think we'll pull this back in the second half here. But Seaman Korean says it's like you hit the commentator in the face rather than the bar. Oh, that was an awful free kick. Gascoigne.
End of the first half. England leading by 1 goal.
Historically, Italy are one of the best, of course, though. Indeed so. Right. Just hold on a sec. Damn you, Keegan. I never liked you. Okay, let's make some subs here. And relieve one or two of our dudes of their duties. Because look at them. They're getting tired now. Oh, we'll leave Leon for a while. Oh, this is the business end of the tournament. This is the way the game actually is. When you're in the semi-final and all your players are getting tired, but you've still got to do it. You've got to do it for the people of YouTube, Harry Yack.
He's got all the time in the world. He's looking around for openings. Will he cross it? Will he take a drop? He's clear. Goal! 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 Let's even the score.
There we go. Chong of Cheech and Chong evens the scores, as the commentator says.
And the game restarts.
Casado says, I should give my N64 more of a run out. Yes, well, it's a bit of an underappreciated console these days. I don't believe the people that say, oh, the graphics are awful. Oh, well, you could say the graphics on the Commodore 64 are awful by that token. Just because something's old doesn't make it bad. But yeah, that seems to be the main criticism. There's a lot of great games on there. And don't forget, reduce loading times because this was the cartridge age, which is obviously a plus. Ooh. Cripes. I bet the Yack will be going mad throwing things in the dressing room during his halftime team talk. Says Seaman Korean. And yes, I was. Ooh, you just got that out. Ah, fantastic. And also, as Seaman Korean says, wow, that was fast. So yeah, Costado. I think the N64. Oh no, goalie! Jeez, what's he doing? He hesitated. The N64 has a selection of golden games, but there are lots of bad ones as well, like FIFA 64. The library is much smaller, but I think time should remember it a lot more fondly, because as time passes, people only remember the good games and the really, really bad ones, I guess. But there were some bad games.
He looks unsupported. What a cracker!
Oh, there were some bad games on the N64, such as the Jeopardy game and the Wheel of Fortune game, I think made by the same people. Two of the worst games on the N64, but
It's heading for the goalie.
oh, good goal.
Goal! Goal! Goal!
Costado says, the graphics aren't exactly awful, but the video output of the console is quite poor. Oh, I would definitely agree with that, because I'm playing with a bog standard aerial output that came. Actually, no, this is not an N64 aerial. This is my old SNES aerial, because my original aerial,
The ball is headed clear.
I called it an aerial, it's not an aerial, it's the audio out. My original audio out was totally meshed. They really, really deteriorate very quickly. Oh, you swines. Oh, England could be going through to the final here. Right, come on. I'm going to have to shut up for a second here. This is a difficult situation.
Ball is passed on. Well, South Korea are starting to tire. He looks unsupported. He passes it back left. England send a long ball downfield. 3 minutes played so far. He's going all the way. Just the keeper to beat. A cracking shot. Goal!
Well,
It's a hat-trick.
we may be coming to the end of this stream here if things continue in much the same manner. Seaman says Harry Yack for the sack. Harry sack. Oh dear. This is going to be difficult to pull back now, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see.
What can South Korea make from this?
Yeah.
He has players waiting for the cross.
Oh, we really should have scored there. You need to be scoring those if you want to pull back 5-2.
Yes, incredible skill. He tries for possession, right?
Hey, it's Seaman. Who needs scenarios? We've got
A
this.
valiant attempt, but thwarted. Wonderful cover. He's holding on for an opening. He's taking it all the way. What an opportunity. He clears that well. A number of opportunities are available. South Korea need to retaliate and fast. They're closing him down. The referee looks at his watch.
Make a change.
The pass doesn't quite
I'm getting knackered. I don't know why I'm going quiet. You see, I'm not going to pull this back now. Plenty of time. So, oh no, it looks like Harry Yack's going to fail at the last minute. Oh, what was that? A bit of dodgy defending there. Okay. Costado says Harry is losing badly. Well, what's new? Seaman says switch to level 1 quickly. Can you do that halfway through a game? Oh, look at these poor troopers here. Well, actually, for South Korea to get to this stage is an achievement. Although, you've just noticed I put the goalkeeper on up front. Though I'll consider it a failure. No, maybe we can get a draw and take this to extra time. Come on. Use a Game Shark if you have to. Thanks for that, it's Seaman. Costado says, I think it's a subconscious thing. He really doesn't want England to lose. Oh, we've come this far. Come on. Plucky old South Korea.
He could cause trouble from here. He clears that well.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I occasionally fail. And I think this is one of those occasions. Ooh, see the Shearer celebration there from that dude. I don't know what's happened. The bottom's fallen out. I'm supposed to be concentrating. What's happening? Crikey. Oh, I'm disappointed with myself here.
What an opportunity. The sliding tackle. Good foresight.
Well, let's hope there's about 10 minutes of stoppage time. Even if there were, I wouldn't do it.
Will he go it alone? He's going all the way. He won't put his marker.
He's knackered. Oh, it's a great goal, though. Even if that is a consolation, that was fantastic.
He finished that beautifully.
50-1 against for the comeback of the century now. 100-1, says Costado. And ooh,
He still has possession.
Come on.
After this back. Tight play from England.
Why am I taking this so seriously? There's no way I can come back now.
Man on.
Oh, and we came so far as well. We're going to fall at the penultimate hurdle.
He's looking for the break.
Oh, I didn't mean to pass that back.
He faces the through ball. Will he take a
Ball,
shot?
though.
Yes, incredible skill. Defender has removed the danger. He faces the through ball. A cracking shot.
Oh,
Yes, magnificent
I
play.
believed that was in then. Well, it had to go in, really.
A number of opportunities are available to slide in.
Excellent ball.
Can South Korea make
Where are your defenders,
What an
England?
opportunity.
Oh, pushing me over in the penalty area, that's
He's
what.
got one too many people. He clears back well. Yes, dispossessed.
Oh, come on.
He's holding on for an opening. Ball's passed on. He's keeping him in
Why do you
check.
keep passing it around amongst yourselves?
He sends the ball forward.
Well, you're 6-3 up, I suppose you can afford to show both of it. Oh, I don't know what happened here. It fell apart. Weren't we 2-0 up? We were 1-0 up, weren't we?
Yes, incredible.
Give me 10 more minutes and I'll do this.
What an opportunity.
Oh.
He's gone in hard. Defender
That was
has removed
stupid,
the
wasn't it?
danger.
Ah!
And there it is. Full time has been blown. A disappointing day for South Korea.
Boo! Atsuma says, vent your frustration like they always do. IRL. Not specifically South Korea, but footballers in general. Wow, just wow. No! Give me another go! No! That's not fair! Oh, we got creamed. I'm not afraid to say we got creamed. What's this? What were those guys doing there? Did we get a credit? Oh, game over. Tell you what, I've never actually seen that. Or I don't remember it. I usually win the International Cup. That was the idea anyway. Well, disappointing, eh? But I guess that's an experiment in how far you can go while commentating over the top. Quite far, actually. I still should have done it, really. Atsuma Korean says that shove was unnecessary in case it was, and your P45 will be waiting for you when you wake up tomorrow. Game over, yeah! Oh, go on. Just as an encore, while I've failed you, let's do this scenario. Wait a minute. This is not... Let's load the scenarios and see what I've already done. Yeah. Oh, crikey. I've not completed as many as I would have hoped. Well, let's have a go at the Holland scenario just before we leave here. Because my stomach is rumbling, strangely. There it is. Wait a minute, go back a second. England are thrasing Holland. No, wait. England are thrasing Holland. Can Holland fight back and win? Well, let's see. Costado, the boot's on the other foot now. Haha. Forget the formation. Come on. This will make up for it. Come on. 5-star scenario. I've never done this in my life. Look at this. It's pretty much the same as what I just had to do then, but I completely failed. Right.
Holland still have time to pull it back. That
Oh,
was dangerous.
come on, man. We've hardly started, and it's a foul already.
May use this to send men forward.
Atsuma Korean says, good luck. Oh, I forgot which way we were playing for a second there. Just give it to that bloke. Give it to him.
England really showing what they can do today. Time is running out.
Oh, come on.
Blown for the foul.
It's going to be 10 minutes of fouls, this, isn't it? Oh, and look. Typical, isn't it? He's injured. Sorry this has got off to a slow start. Costado says, the magic dragon, presumably. Game over, yeah! Oh, let's keep him there. So yes, this is a rematch of the Euro '96 game. between England and Holland. England were 4-1 up in the second half. I remember taping it because I couldn't watch it for one reason or other, but I can't remember the reason. And guess what? We're going to be using the same tactics as last time, which failed us, obviously, because we didn't win the International League, which I'm very disappointed about. But hey, can't win them all. In fact, in my case, can't win any. But he lost his bottle in the last minute, didn't he? Right at the last hurdle.
He tries for possession. He's created a run here.
And Seaman says, wow, England are dirty. And Costado says, no wonder the Dutch lost. I much prefer the orange kit, to be honest, than the white kit. I would have that any day. Although, to be honest, Wigan Athletic had an orange kit, an orange away kit for a short while. It was extremely unlucky because we never actually won. I don't believe we ever actually won a game with it. Not a competitive game. Certainly none away from home. And it was the shirt that we wore during the infamous 9-1 loss to Tottenham Hotspur. I'm probably not going to do this because the first goal occurred far too late. But let's see what happens. We're going to do it. Come on, we're going to do it for Costado. And say it. Come on. Oh! Good save that, goalie. Seaman's fingers. Saved them once again. Hello, goalie. Oh. Well, yes, very well done, goalie. Come on. You shouldn't have passed to that bloke. What an idiot. Oh, wonderful ball. Oh. Well, that's typical, isn't it? Well, yes, we didn't do it. Never mind. We didn't do anything in this stream, did we? Except blather on. How did Manchester United do? Do we have time to check? Oh, I'm going to check. Actually, I don't know who I want to win that game. Oh! You idiot. You didn't do it. Yeah. So, let's have a look. So, Man United did. 90 minutes gone. It's still 0-0 over there at Old Trafford. It's almost over. And in fact, it's almost over here on the Harry Yack live stream for another afternoon. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me throughout the course of, might have been 6 hours now. Costado is gutted. No, don't be gutted. Don't worry. I might actually do a proper video on this sometime. I am disappointed that I didn't do it. I did expect to do it, even though I had no practice before this. Suma Korean says, I like the Dutch colours too. Yeah, kind of the same colour as the one you're seeing on screen right now. Although it's a bit rusty on the stream, I think. Weird. Costado says, thanks, Harry. See you around. Yes, possibly. Might see you at Play Blackpool. Incidentally, fun fact about Play Blackpool, Wigan Athletic are actually playing in Blackpool at Bloomfield Road on the Saturday of Play Expo. However, I may not be going anyway. Oh, should I announce that? Hopefully I am, but I may not be going because I could be heading off to the continent that weekend for a conference. I shall say no more. It's not video game related, incidental. There. My mouth. It's full of soap now for some reason. Yeah. Suma Korean says, thank you as well. It was really fun. Hope to see more from you this year. And I hope to see more of myself this year. We've got a new setup here with this old microphone. I apologize for the clicks and pops, but I don't have a pop filter for this particular microphone. Hopefully Google Hangouts filtered it out. Let's have a bit of music in the background while we do my outro. No, I don't want to save. Wonderful South American tones for the music. Yeah. Costado says, He's going to be in Blackpool this year. So maybe I shall see you there, hopefully. And Atsuma Korean says, ooh, going abroad. Yes, going to Germany, as it happens. Fingers crossed. I'll find out more in the next couple of weeks, whether my application has been successful. I'll tell you, it's a workshop at the Republica Festival. And if all goes well, I'll be over there. And yes, if there's anybody from Germany watching this, please do lend your support. I'll find out within the next 2 weeks, because tomorrow is the deadline for the applications, whether I've been successful for that. There you go. And Costado says, if you're ever in the Netherlands, by all means, stop by. So maybe I'll step off in Holland on the way. Sorry, Netherlands. Different things, you see. Brilliant. So, no more comments? Is there anything else you guys want to say before I leave? Any last requests? Do you want me to sing 9 million bottles of beer on the wall? Well, I'm not going to do that. But, yes, that's it. Sorry to disappoint you that I didn't do it, but please don't leave spoilers, because the people watching the 4-hour stream back later will want to know for themselves. Cheers for watching, cheers for being yourself, and sayonara!